Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're having some technical difficulties here. I'm sorry for being late. I hope it's working now. If it's not, I have no idea. Can everyone hear me okay? If so, please leave a comment. Say yes. Comment down below. Give me some kind of indication that any of this is working and I'm not just talking to a void. So it's working?
CCT says hello, everyone.
Hello. Jen says hello.
Hey, Jen. Who? CC who?
CCT.
CC says yes.
Jen
Thank
says,
you.
CCT.
Jen said, hey, sound is good.
Hey. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous right now. I've never gone live before. I'll give everybody like another minute to try and log in for it to stop lagging and all of that. I'm just gonna sit here and try not to cry.
You got this, boo.
Thank you, thank you.
Si se puede.
Sí, se puede. Okay, so quick intro. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience because I am late. I know I am late. I was just trying to figure out this technical stuff. Puerto Rican time. That's what we call it. CP time, PR time, whatever. But we're here. But we are here. So today we are making a DIY Mickey Ornament Wreath. That's what the finished product will be. We have all the materials here. We have a couple people here helping, and I appreciate my loved ones so much. Mr. Director Man here, he said we're better than Netflix Studios over here.
Oh, you can't see me. Oh, well.
Get in front of the cameras.
There we go. Maybe you can see me here.
Anybody
now.
see? Can you see in the...
You see my hands. You see my hands.
That's my cousin Isaiah. Thanks, boo. We also have my sister Vanessa here. She said no to being on camera. She just got off of work.
They can hear my voice.
And we got my friend Turquoise over there moderating. She waved.
I'm in the shop.
You're not. This camera's doing the time.
No, I just saw myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was earlier.
I switched it.
He switched the cameras. So, hopefully you watched my intro video that I posted a little bit ago. But basically what I did was I introduced the project. I introduced the concept of this DIY Live. It's something I've been working on now for like 3 years in the background. So that's why I'm like so anxious but so excited at the same time that I'm like it's finally happening today. So we have all of our materials. I announced it in that other video. All the materials and supplies that you need. So hopefully there's at least one person out there in the universe who's watching this and following along. If not, maybe you watch it and follow along later on, because I will post this afterwards. So this will be posted. This will live in YouTube forever, apparently. So hopefully I don't mess up. So we have our materials here. We're gonna get started. I'm using these ornaments I got from Amazon. I did have to get 2 packs to have enough to do this project. I also have some fabric. I have some wreath frames. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started and not delay this anymore. Can you switch this one? Okay, so first things first. You know what? I think I need. I'm gonna need this. I need to be able to see.
Yep.
Okay, so first things first, we have a 14-inch wreath frame. And then we have 2 8-inch wreath frames. And this is to make like a Mickey head. So you can do this any way that you want. But with these frames that I specifically got from Amazon, it really worked out if I used these, like these sections, and just kind of went with the sections. So put one ear right there and one ear right there. And it just kind of like very easily made a Mickey head. That makes sense. Now you can make it closer together if you want. That's completely up to you. You can do it further apart. I mean, that's not really Mickey at that point, but hey, do you, boo. Otherwise, this right here, to me, it just said Mickey to me. So, I went ahead and used some zip ties. I lined them up, and we're just gonna zip tie it together. Just make sure you do it the right direction, because while I was doing this the first time, I definitely went the wrong direction a few times. Just like that. Tie it up. If you don't hear that noise, it ain't done right. Y'all can talk. It's not all quiet on set.
Wow, that was really great zip tie.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on my zip tie technique, so thank you. We're also gonna cut.
That's legit though, because the amount of times that I have put on a zip tie backwards and have cried because I had to take it back off.
And then you just have to cut it off or something most of the time.
Oh, that is so accurate.
So you should come sit over here and like join, like you're the commentary.
Here she comes.
Oops.
Okay, but don't pull
I know
yeah,
it fell
because I need that
off your slippery table.
So we're gonna put some more zip ties. So I did this one in the middle, and you see that holds pretty well, but you see it's flopping, and we don't want floppy ears.
That's for dogs, not Christmas.
So we're gonna put another one here.
I know. So said, "Oh no, wait! I got the shot."
Look, I was about to put it backwards again.
I think the correct way is...
Oh, not them seeing me taking a sip.
So part of the concept of this is like a paint and sip, or like painting with a twist. So Isaiah was kind enough to provide us with refreshments.
with some delicious strawberry juice.
Strawberry juice that also gives confidence.
Courage.
Encouragement. Oh, wow. Look at that. So don't do this. I zip tied to nothing. It's not connected. Don't do that.
Less courage then?
Less encouragement.
You're hitting that encouragement a little too strong early on, man.
Okay, so we're going to do this again. This time we're going to get it right. Hopefully. I really wish we could play regular music, but I don't want a copyright strike. Okay, so that time did it.
Oh, would you look at that?
And we heard the noise too, so we know it's on right.
Which direction was that in? That was
Like-
through the back, right?
So, like, this is the top,
Mm-hmm.
and it, like, curls into itself.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that goes through the back. Like, the little boxes on the front side, and then you push the...
Yeah, that's an easier way of saying that. Yeah. It goes from underneath the back, not the top, the
it
back.
likes it through the back entrance.
Okay, this is a family-friendly
Oh,
channel.
right.
Sorry.
I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry.
But she did.
I didn't, though.
Strike that from the record.
I'm gonna go back on.
Welcome to the shenanigans. Just riffing and raffing over here. Just a bunch of riff raff.
Jen, don't.
What did Jen say?
She put laughing faces.
Do we have any other viewers?
There's
8
8
total.
people
Whoa, well, you guys are like 3 of them. So there's 5
There's
whole
5
other
people?
people.
that
Whoa,
just listened
hold
to
up.
me say that.
That was my goal. My entire goal for this. This is my. I hope this is like a continuing series, but of DIY Live. So my goal for my very first DIY Live was to have 5 viewers who are not these folks right here. So I got 8. I met my goal. Hey.
Hopefully we get some more people in because the TikTok is already at 1,500 views.
What oh, your TikTok?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So my cousin Isaiah posted on his what's your TikTok name again?
Isaiah of Star Command.
Isaiah of Star Command. But it's spelled differently. Let's put this on the screen because we fancy. I just wanted an excuse to use this.
I am in the chat too. I am in the chat.
You're in the chat. Okay, hold up.
I don't see the chat.
You gotta open it.
How? Like, where is it?
And more likes just keep coming.
So if you're on TikTok, go ahead and give my cousin here a follow, please. It's gonna be here in a second.
Before TikTok gets banned.
Not the TikTok thing. Take anything. I saw this thing. Take Teams, not TikTok. We're gonna get here. Okay, it's just gonna be black and white because I'm.
That's fine.
The fanciness is. There we go. All of that just for that. Isaiah of Star Command. Follow him on TikTok, please. He's got some good stuff. He reviews movies and TV shows and things like that. Apparently he made a TikTok about this live. Is that what you did?
Yep, made a TikTok about the live. Right now we're sitting at 1446 views, 50 likes, and 3 favorites.
Nice. So make sure you check him out, Isaiah of Star Command.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jen. Jen said you're doing great and that you're very natural.
Oh, thanks, babe. It's windy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that wind. Welcome to Ohio. In the winter. I can't get this off.
Ah, boy. You can cover it with some tinsel.
Yeah. Oh, almost there. Thought we were.
Are these cameras
on? This one's on right now.
Oh, you turn the other ones off?
They're not off, it's just only showing one at a time.
Oh. You definitely put Isaiah of Command. I just looked at it, I'm like, wait, Isaiah of Command?
I was like, what? What happened to Star?
So I'm like, I guess I'm the commander, guys.
Is it of Star Command or from Star Command? Because
Star
on YouTube it's showing from. So is it different on YouTube?
On the YouTube.
Oh.
On the tube of you?
Well, TikTok is of. Okay, TikTok is of. So that's correct.
You may want to make that a little more cohesive, my guy.
Yeah.
Because
So
as of the moment,
was.
you're Isaiah of Command, Isaiah of Star Command, and Isaiah from Star Command. My bad.
Okay, so we're done here.
Do you got it? Let's say if you have a box cutter, you can.
I do, but
It's in the never-ending void of Narnia.
yeah, slash my garage. Yeah.
Oh, Charlene. Charlene says, hi, everyone. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you,
Hey,
Charlene.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for joining us.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
If you've just tuned in, she just got started on her wreath. She's zip tying one of the 8-inch rings to the 14-inch ring.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, 8 likes, 9 viewers now. Let's go. Let's
Oh,
get
we're
it.
up to 10 viewers now.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
let's
Let's go.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the jungle.
Once the video is done, once the live is done and the video is posted, all the ornaments and the list of things that you can grab to make your own Mickey wreath will be in the description.
Yes. Okay. So that ear at this point, you see, that's not really going anywhere. So that's nice and secure on there. So now to put the other ear, we're just going to line it up again with that segment there. Same thing. Just use these zip ties the correct way. And make sure you go through both rings. Not like what I did earlier.
But I like the ones that you got because those sections make it super easy to space them out correctly.
Right, and you got these through Amazon, right?
Right, right. So if you use those Amazon links and you know that these will be that yours would be spaced correctly too. If not, oh well, get ring. You can even do a styrofoam ring if you wanted to. I know the Dollar Tree a lot of times has those styrofoam rings. Go ahead and grab those.
Dollar Tree has those rings that you had. That you
Really?
had too, yeah. Remember the wreaths that we did for Mita for her birthday? We got all the rings and stuff from Dollar Tree.
Was it the same size?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, we did like this family event where we kind of had like a wreath party like this. And we all got together and decorated wreaths. And my mom went to Dollar Tree and got all kinds of ornaments and different things. And so we just got to pick whatever we wanted to make our wreath. And all of them, kind of that same concept like I mentioned in the other video, like painting with a twist, all of them came out like unique, but the same at the same time. So it was just like really awesome. So it was a great project. So that's kind of what like also motivated this one specifically to do a wreath, but I just had to like plus it by doing Mickey and then by putting lights and just being extra.
Being extra on all levels because that's
kind of my middle name, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Joanna says hello. I'm glad I made it.
Yay!
Yes,
Yay,
you're glad you made it.
Joanna. Thanks for coming in.
Now, if you didn't catch it before, Joanna, once the live is done and the video is officially posted to YouTube, you can get everything in the description. She'll have the links for everything for you.
Correct. If no one is following along with their own project at home at the moment, you will definitely have the opportunity to do this on your own later on because the video will be posted. It'll live rent-free on YouTube forever.
I think I like this project specifically because it doesn't have to be Christmas either.
Right.
You can do this for any holiday.
Yeah, Halloween would be a good one.
You know, Halloween, Christmas. You can do it for fall. You can do it for Thanksgiving. You can even do it for Easter. It's just the different things you'll just have to get from
different colors,
you know,
different
right.
different.
So next step is to get your tinsel garland, and you can use like that burlap or like that kind of tool that's used for wreaths. You can do that too. I just really like the tinsel garland. I feel like it was easier.
It matches your personality. It's very shiny and extra.
there.
Well.
Wow. Burlesque over here.
So what I have you see I have like a big box of it. I just cut it in sections and kind of go and go piece by piece. So I got my handy dandy what's this called again? Glue gun.
Glue gun.
Do you see glue sticks around here somewhere?
Glue sticks.
Glue sticks, thank you.
Yeah.
As they magically appear on screen.
Yeah, magically
Right.
appear on screen.
We're at 12 watchers right now.
Hey,
Welcome in,
everybody.
everyone. Welcome
Hey, guys.
If you have a moment, please click like on the video. That would help.
Yep.
Comments, click like. It shows
Click
that
like, share with all your friends.
Share
and
with all your
family, all your social media.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. So now you're just gonna take this, use your glue gun, find a spot to get started, and just put the glue directly on the metal, and then it'll just kind of like set right on there. Boom. So the reason why I cut it in sections is because I'm going to keep sending it through the hoop, and it's easier if it's a smaller section.
Just don't be me with a hot glue gun and don't burn yourself.
Yeah. I'm going to do it at some point. I know I'm going to burn myself. I just hope that I don't say any choice words on live.
It is hot, guys.
And then every once in a while, for the most part, I just do every time I hit one of these sections, I put hot glue right on the section.
Oh, so you're like reinforcing it.
Yep, sure so it's not slipping off somewhere.
Hey, Gigi, we miss you too.
RG?
Hey, G.
RG, hey, G. Miss you, boo. Thanks for watching, Gigi. Just keep going. I'm going to try and speed up because I know I'm late at this point.
Take your time, girl. Better to do it
Do
right.
it properly, right, than to rush and do it poorly.
So again, here we go. Right there on that section. And then just keep going. And see, the shorter, like, the tinsel, the garland, the easier it is to keep going around and around. Boom, we hit another section. Hit it with some more glue.
You got some momentum going now.
Right. Now we're cooking with fire. Or is it gas? How's that go?
I think I was gonna say I think the saying is cooking with gas.
Okay. Now we're cooking with
But
gas.
cooking with fire makes sense. Because you don't cook with gas, you cook with fire.
Right. Okay, so since that was the end, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there.
Oh, Cece says you've doubled your goal with 11 people watching.
Hey!
Oh, now you're up to
We're at
13.
Lucky number 13.
Welcome in, guys.
Welcome.
Don't be afraid to drop in on the comments and say hello.
Click like.
Click like, share with your friends and family.
Ooh, tell us where you're from.
I was just gonna say that actually.
Yeah, tell us where you're from.
If you want to tell us the general area that you're from, if you don't feel comfortable
City,
sharing
state,
exactly
country.
where you're from.
I mean, you don't have to tell us that you're in the living room on the couch, but city and state would help.
While you're at it, your firstborn, blood type.
I don't know if that counts as a donation.
What?
I technically donated.
Donate what?
So you can, in the chat, you can make your whatever you want, like highlighted, I guess you can say, and like specialize. So, you know, if somebody really wanted you to see their chat, they can technically
I see.
pay for it to see them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fancy.
A highlighted comment or something.
Yeah, that's what I did.
How I do that.
So there's if you go down on your phone with the chat itself, there's a little money sign at the bottom right.
Oh, I see now.
And then it'll say like,
oh,
chat.
Cece's from California. Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
Okay.
California love.
What time is it in California right now?
Oh, I
like
think that's like a 3 hour.
5:40?
4:40 or 5:40?
Well, we fell back.
Oh,
But did they fall back?
No, they don't. I don't think they do.
I think they lean back a little bit.
Southern Illinois.
Southern
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
I was born in Illinois.
I was gonna say the
other part though. Not the southern part. Not the hood. Don't do me like that. What's the hood?
It's 441 over there.
441. Wow.
Okay, sounds wrong. Doesn't happen often.
So she says.
We're at 13. Let's go.
Let's go.
So
that means there's 10 whole people that we don't
10
know.
whole people.
Oh,
Well, Gigi's one.
Gigi and Jen.
Jen is one.
Speechless Melody. It's a super chat, LOL. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Super. Oh, that's what it's called.
Speechless Melody.
That's what it's called. It's called
It's a
super
super
chat. Yeah.
Thanks for informing us,
Right.
less informed individuals.
I've never seen that before on YouTube, so I'm guessing they just add this maybe at some point. Or,
It's
like
probably
recently.
just also just like a way to help, give additional funds and things like that.
Charlene, 542 in New Mexico.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
West Coast.
Wow, so we've got like all over. So we got
Right.
Illinois, we got California, New Mexico.
So you see, one ear is done, and then I kind of transitioned over to the top of his head, or her, if you're gonna do Minnie Mouse, and then I'm just gonna transition to this ear now and kind of hit it around this way. And when I do these transitions, when I'm hitting like more metal there, then I just put more glue. But the weather's really nice in California and New Mexico and not freezing cold. I literally had to go outside and put salt on my driveway today because there's still all this ice from this last snowstorm. Why do we live here?
We live where the air hurts our face because we don't like earthquakes or hurricanes or change is so real.
Why did you guys keep coming back?
We don't like change.
We don't like change. Why do we come here? Our blood is not meant to be here.
Who was I saying to that I was saying that yesterday. I think when I went to go see Wicked again.
You want to go see it again?
Yeah, I did. I put myself out there. If y'all haven't seen Wicked, go see it. It's fantastic.
Oh my god, the movie is fantastic.
I don't even like musicals. Like, I'm not a musical person. My sister is like the musical theater.
Oh, Cece asked, are you still doing embroidery with your PE 700 or PE 800?
Yeah, I got a PE 800. Matter of fact, I'm having a embroidery video coming pretty soon because I'm gonna make some shirts for my girls for Christmas. I actually just ordered some new, like, a couple embroidery blank shirts from Angela. It just came in the mail today, so that I can make them some shirts because they have like a Christmas concert coming up. So I was like, let me make them embroider something. The 20th.
The 20th. What day
It's
is
a
that?
Friday.
It's a Friday? Well,
Yeah.
I guess I got to use some of my PTO.
The only reason why I knew it was a Friday because I ordered a bed earlier. It was Friday on the 20th.
You ordered a what?
So a customer came in and ordered a $5,000 bed.
Oh.
For 20th.
Hey, money. They said they sleeping good
Oh, I tell
tonight.
you what.
Jen said, it's so good. Oh, are you talking about Wicked, Jen?
Oh, remember there's a delay, so they're like behind us.
Yeah, that's true. So, oh, Jen said Vlogmas video incoming.
Yup.
Yeah,
Yup.
I've been
You
waiting.
already know, Jen.
I've been
You already
waiting too.
know.
I think I've only posted one official official Vlogmas video.
Okay, no, yeah,
I think
you.
just
I
one.
think you did one, and then this was the video you just did was.
It really is, Joanna. It is so good. She said Wicked is wicked.
Oh my god. But I got like another 3 Vlogmas videos filmed. I just like editing and all that. Like I haven't had the time, but because I've been working on so much stuff. But yeah, that's what's coming next. I'm gonna just start like blah releasing these Vlogmas videos.
Jen said yes, Wicked, but the project too.
Okay.
I forgot that's what we were doing here.
Yeah. Not just discussing movies.
And not just us being.
Because if you want to discuss movies, please follow Isaiah of Starkman. Is that it?
No, it's
all
That was
movies
good, though.
and all things pop culture.
yes.
Oh, pop culture.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a couple videos too that I filmed that I have yet to edit yet. So
Same sis, same.
next videos would be Alien Romulus,
I didn't
the
watch
new
those.
Crow movie.
Oh, did you watch it?
It was all right.
I feel like out of respect that
Thank
I'm just
you.
not gonna watch it.
Listen, I told Isaiah this. I'm from the 90s. I was there when they made the first Crow. We don't watch that. We know what happened. We don't watch that. He's from the late part of the 90s.
he don't go here.
Man, this is Wendy's.
I am a
Is
movie
it?
connoisseur.
That sounds good.
I know I'm hungry. I didn't eat. I have not eaten.
Same.
See, this is the nice thing about doing lives though, because it's so much more realistic. When you watch sped up videos on like TikTok and things like that, like it's nice to be able to see the finished product right away. But this at least gives you like in real time an idea of how long this project is actually
right in that part. But it might scare people off from doing it.
Well, hopefully they realize realistically that a project is not going to happen in 2 seconds.
But I do sped up videos all the time for that reason because people don't have the attention span a lot of times.
It's me on people.
The ADHD is already in the room.
It stays in the room. Hey guys, comment down below if there's anything that you guys would like to see her make as well. That feedback always helps, you know.
Definitely.
Having comments from the community and the peanut gallery. You know, let us know what you guys would like to see, what you would like us to try out, you know. And by us, I mean her.
Maybe next time they'll have their supplies so they can do it.
Don't do it.
that was the point of the original video. They were supposed to be here making wreaths too.
But you see, the way that our bank accounts are set up.
I got a checking and a savings. They're both drained.
Like, if
It's
we're
Christmas.
being real here.
It's Christmas. We're just gonna go with that.
Yeah.
We're broke because it's Christmas. And not for any other reasons.
Ooh. That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. Oh, we're almost done with this part.
This part. I was just gonna say with this part. You're doing such a beautiful job.
Thank you. Appreciate that support.
That's why I'm here for this one.
She said, never mind the fact that I'm not doing a wreath like I was supposed to. We're not talking about that.
Hey, you know what? I came straight from work over here, man.
Appreciate
Technically
you.
me too.
Appreciate y'all.
I was able to get off work just a little bit early. I would get up at like 5:40, get up and run to Walmart and grab a few things, go home, change. Okay.
The music stop?
No, it's still going. It's just,
It's just low.
You told me to turn it down.
Oh, okay. Maybe we could turn it back up. I was nervous. I was so nervous.
So nervous.
I was like, my entire life is a failure. So we just quit now. Just delete my whole channel.
You're so dramatic.
I can't say that. Yeah, you have almost 7,000 subscribers now.
Literally.
That's
6,500.
almost 7,000.
Ma'am,
We're
I'm
off by 500.
I'm gonna need the negativity to go somewhere, okay? If we embellish what time it is, you can embellish and think in the future and positive. Thank you very much.
I'm thinking positive. I'm just being realistic. I don't have 7,000.
You know what else you don't have?
Hmm.
The 100 that you used to have.
Man, the 3 that I used to have.
It's so shiny.
Okay, so that's the end. So what I'm going to do, see I got a tail. What I'm going to do is cut it. But cut it so that it doesn't like fly over here. So it's staying within this area. And then just put some glue so it can stay. And the good thing about tinsel garland is it stays really well. Because like look, none of this is going anywhere. Yay! If you wanted to make a wreath and just leave it just like this, you can do that. Like you just have a Mickey wreath.
You can add lights to that point.
Yeah, you can add lights right here. And here's another thing: is this is your choice. So here are my lights. So I use 2 of these strands. These are fairy lights. You can see the OG behind me, and the lights are on. So I use 2 of these, and it has 2 AA batteries. Batteries not included. So I use 2 of these to cover the whole thing. Now, if you want, you can put the lights on right now, if that's what you want to do. I did not, because I feel like once you put the ornaments on, you're not going to see the lights for real. So I put the ornaments, and then I put this on top, and the wire is so thin that you can barely see it. Like, if you look up close, you're like, oh yeah, there's the wire. But other than that, like, you're fine just putting it right on top.
I agree, Cece. It is adorable. Cece says it's so cute already.
Thank you, Cece. Okay. We're going to start with these ornaments. We're done with this entire box of tinsel that I now have for no reason.
The reality of DIY.
You're right.
Just have all kinds of extra materials sitting around everywhere.
Oh, stop the music. Where's my phone? That's definitely, I'm going to get a copyright strike. Why did it move to that playlist?
I do not know.
All you have to say is you don't own the rights to the music.
I don't think that does anything. I do not own the rights to the music. I'm just going to say that just in case. But I think that I'm going to have to like cut out that whole part of the video. Because no, it's AI. Like it picks up on it right away. And then it just gives me a strike. And then it demonetizes the video. The entire video.
Really?
Yeah. Or it'll like silence it. I've never had a copyright strike before. So I'm not completely sure of the logistics.
I've had them before.
On YouTube or TikTok?
On YouTube. On my other channel.
Those bulbs are so pretty.
The first strike is more of a warning. the second strike is they just take the video off. And then the third strike, I believe you get like banned for a few days or like
Those just sit so pretty inside the middle of that ornament. Middle of that wreath. Jen said she didn't hear the music. It might have been low enough.
Okay.
Good.
Awesome. So yeah. So you'll see in this box. So again, this is a box that I got. This is 100 ornaments that I had gotten on Amazon. So there's 3 different sizes. There's this size. This is that larger size. The exact dimensions will be in the description. But this is the larger size. This is the medium size, and then this is the small size. So there's 3 different sizes in here. So we're gonna start off using the large size. And I do need, in order to complete this whole thing, I do need the ornaments from both boxes. So I use almost the majority of both of these boxes. So there are these here, all of these in the first section are like these 3 pattern. And then there's this pattern. So I saved this pattern for the end. This is what I did the last time, and it just worked out just to kind of have a pattern going. And I just used these starting off. Yeah. And I went back and forth. Double checking my work. Oh, and that's the other part. You got to take these off. It'll make it a lot easier. Vanessa, this seems like a really great job for you.
I got you.
Just start. Look, they pop right off. Isaiah's laughing, but you know, if he keeps laughing, he could be next.
Yes. There's a whole other box sitting right next to you, babe.
Jen says she loves that color too.
I love how you said that was a job for me as you proceeded to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But you're handing me the ball.
Welcome in. We're at 15 watching right now.
Hey, welcome in, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, share.
If you've just joined in on the journey, she's getting ready to get to the next step of adding the bulbs.
So, the way I went about it was doing the large bulbs all the way around, like, the perimeter first, all the way around. I started here at the top because that's kind of just like the focal area. And then just went back and forth with the pattern. So that's what we're going to do. So, you're just going to take your glue. I went like around like that, a little bit on the top. And then the key is to hold it in place for a little bit. I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this. Yeah, I put this one right in the middle. Hold and like make sure that it's attaching to the metal frame. Like put this down because you don't want this up like this and then the ornament, like it's not going to be flush. No matter what, it's not going to be completely flush in the back, but you want it as close to being flush as possible. So hold that for a little bit and then keep it moving. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You want to hand me the other boxes and I can hold them up? But also those little boxes, because those are the ones that she's going to be using first.
Yeah. No, those are going to be used a little bit later. I need, yeah, that one, I need these.
Those
all of these.
pulled off? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then if ever anything is not sitting right, just put some more glue on it and hold it down a little bit. That's where we are so far. We're just going to keep going around the perimeter.
It's got a cute little headband.
Trying to remember exactly what I did.
Excuse me. guy sometimes.
Man. Burn number 1.
Yep, and I see that big old dollop all the way over here.
Damn.
That's why you got these.
That you're not using.
Ah.
Also, the realisticness of live
Man.
anything.
So I have these little finger protector thingies.
Whole bag of them, not using none of them.
Right. Because they're uncomfortable to wear.
Yeah, I get that.
I already have like fat fingers. I feel like they're not made for sausage finger people.
I felt that in my soul.
I felt it just sitting there.
If you would have put a green one on, you would have had a green thumb. Apologies in advance for any of the
Mom jokes.
very lame mom jokes that come out of my mouth. Do you need the tops pulled off of the other ones or just the big
All of
ones?
them.
Like even the little ones too?
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
But I need the big ones first. If that makes sense.
It does not. But alright. But those big ones too, or those you gonna put those later?
I'm gonna put those later, but I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need all of them now.
Nothing. Do y'all see what I deal with? Do you see it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm thinking I messed up the pattern a little bit. But that's the great thing about DIY. It's custom. The pattern is whatever you say it is.
I mean, as long as you've got a silver, blue, then you're good. It doesn't really matter.
I guess I just realized there were more than just regular, like, because this blue is different from these blues.
Is it?
It smells like Dr. Getachu's office.
What? Dr. Getachu's office? No, they're the same blue, aren't they?
No, look it. This is different from this.
It's only because the light is hitting the inside
No,
of
Vanessa,
the...
this got silver on it. Even the pattern is different.
No, but I'm looking at it and
The blue color is the same
The
though.
blue is...
No. That's the blue is the same. That's not what I'm saying. The pattern is different. How did I do it before?
Pause.
Can't pause alive.
I just touched the package.
Like, just did whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't matter as long as it was blue, silver, blue, silver.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not... There's... It doesn't... You weirdo.
Whatever. There's a mess of tinsel everywhere already. This is going to be fun. And I have to leave early in the morning. Well, I have to pack and do laundry and all that. Leave in the morning, driving to Columbus for work.
What time you gotta be there?
I don't have meetings tomorrow, but I have plans with former students. So I forget exactly what time our plans. So.
Former students, if you're watching this.
Right. Are you one of the 15?
See, this is one of those things that had I known ahead of time, I would have had these all sectioned out for you in storage bags and all these pulled.
YOLO.
I'm Santa Claus.
Isaiah, it's glitter. Just accept it.
I guess.
It's gonna get everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing this looking like I'm Tinkerbell. Trust Pixie Dust.
We're a Disney family, if you can't tell.
No, we're not doing a Mickey head
Oh, yeah, that
wreath
part.
at all.
Speaking of Disney, what is everybody's favorite Disney movie?
Oh, that's a good one.
Favorite Disney movie? Comment down below. That was hard for me. Like, I can't just
It's
pick
a
one.
very hard one.
I can't just pick
Okay,
one.
wait. So are we doing Disney? We doing Disney and Pixar? Are we doing Disney Pixar separate? What are we doing?
Anything in the Disney
Universe.
universe.
That's very hard.
That's hard
That's
because
very
now
hard.
you also have Star Wars and Marvel and literally everything else.
Oh.
I would say before Marvel and Star Wars got affiliated with Disney.
See, that's you should have been that specific to begin with. Not
We're getting real into the
Get
weeds here.
real specific here.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, we could do by section. So, like, I would say, like, my favorite Star Wars movie. This is going to be very controversial.
You may want to save that for after the live.
This is going to be very controversial. My favorite Star Wars movie, when you're talking about the entire Star Wars universe, it's actually Rogue One.
Really?
It was that good.
Really?
And I didn't want it to be that good. I went to the theater like, man, like, why are they even doing this? This don't even make no sense.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because of your love for Andor, though.
I love Andor.
Andor is so good. Season 2 coming out soon.
Yeah, I saw that.
They swear.
I saw on the wonderful spectacular Disney thing the other day. Diego Luna came up and was talking, and they said season 2 was
I
gonna
love
be.
Diego Luna.
Season 2, I believe, is already done filming. They've already set out the trailer for it. So it's
Cannot
just a
wait
matter
for
of
Andor season 2.
it's just a matter of time now.
But so yeah, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. Now, if you're talking about like the Skywalker series, and this is also controversial, I love Episode 3. And I know that like everybody hates like the prequel trilogy, but not I. I need some more of these kinds. I think they're the ones going in the box.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, these right here. Follow the pattern. Sorry, all up in y'all's face.
I would say mine would have to be. Oh,
See, that's tough for me because
That's
I just
very
watched
tough,
them. You know what I mean? For did the full marathon with Nati, and I only watched them once all the way through, so I feel like I don't know it like well enough to be like, yeah, this is my favorite personally.
mm.
Like I love all of it.
I love the way Episode 3 connected the original
Yeah, I remember
trilogy
we've talked about
with
this
the
before.
prequel trilogy. That's why I love Episode 3. Now, if we're talking about the original trilogy, I would say A New Hope. It's the first one. It's the classic.
I like Phantom Menace.
Ooh, that's even more controversial than what I said because everybody hates Phantom
I
Menace.
love the Phantom Menace. It's just because one of my all-time favorite Star Wars villains happens to be Darth Maul.
Oh.
Well, then I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And it's just, I wish there would have been more when it came to that movie of just more of Darth Maul, but I'm hoping they make something soon that, because everybody knows, whoever's a true Star Wars fan, everybody knows Darth Maul isn't dead.
Wow, spoiler.
Of course.
I mean, to be fair, in the movie he died, but it's just one of those. But did he really?
But
Well,
did he
in the movie he technically died because he fell, but when they
I mean, I guess he died, but there's
right, but
an
in the animation they kind of left off at that point, and what happened was he ended up like going crazy, losing his mind. They had to cut like his lower half of his body, and well, actually no, he was split in half anyway, but.
That's drastic.
Sorry.
Who said that's drastic?
But his brother found him, and one of the witches kind of like put his mind back together and made him like a cyborg bottom half. And he ended up coming back. and he like stayed in the desert.
I was gonna say that's far fetched, but we're talking about Star Wars
Yeah.
here, so
Yeah,
I mean, I guess anything goes at this
Darth
point.
Maul's G.
Okay, so if we're not talking Star Wars, then what about like Disney classic, like anime, Disney animated
Disney classics. Okay,
favorite?
one of my favorites has to be Rescuers.
Really?
Yes, I love the animation style.
The Rescuers or the Rescuers Down Under?
I like Down Under, but I like the original Rescuers just because of the animation style. I love the classic animation style because it reminds me a lot of what's it called? Oh my god, Fievel.
Fievel is my boy. Listen, the way that I
Love
was
it.
obsessed with Fievel goes west for no reason.
So Rescuers. What about you, Vanessa? I already know the answer.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be like cliche, guys. I apologize, but it's gonna be Lion King for me. But we know also that like my top 3 is, you know, Peter Pan, Lion King, and Alice in Wonderland. Like those are my faves. I'm not really a fan of like the classic princesses. I've never really been. I feel like I really kind of started getting into the princesses really like around Mulan era.
Same here. I didn't like Aurora. I didn't like the whole.
Yeah, and it's nothing against them. It's just not something that I've ever really.
Right.
I know that Nati's a Belle girly. Like that's her girl.
Oh, that's my. I'm sorry. That's my stuff right there.
It's not, I mean, but I love that though because you know Belle is really kind of where we get that. You know, introduce like girls that are intelligent that like to read and stuff like that. So,
Jen, you had some good ones right there.
oh, did Jen chime in?
She said outside of the princesses,
101 Dalmatians.
She put 102, but I think she meant to put 101.
No, there's
no, but there's
102.
102.
Really?
There's
Is it the second one? Oh, shit. That's how you know I haven't watched it in a long time.
That's typically what 2 would mean is second, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
The Great Mouse Detective was so good.
Ooh, the Great Mouse Detective.
But she also put Aristocats and Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, classic. Throwing it back.
I know Turquoise over there.
We love a good Robin Hood moment.
Turquoise over there, her favorite is Aladdin.
Oh.
Aladdin's good. You know what? The whole Renaissance era of Disney.
Yeah, Disney Renaissance is the best
Yes.
period. It's the best period. So for me, number 1 is Beauty and the Beast. But like close seconds for me are Aladdin and The Little Mermaid.
Really? The Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna be real controversial here. I know that nobody really cared for it, but I personally am a huge fan of Return to the Sea. Like I loved Melody. I
never even watched that
part.
for real. What?
It was good. It was good.
I loved it.
It was really good. I liked
really
it.
did.
The only like Disney animated sequels that were good for real was Lion King 2.
Yes,
Simba's Pride.
Simba's Pride.
Because He Lives in You, or He Lives in Me. What's it called? He Lives in You. Hands down, one of the greatest Disney songs ever made. I listened to that like on shuffle.
But all of the music.
Oh, Power Line! Oh,
Goofy movie.
Wow. We really just
A Goofy movie. Tevin Campbell.
That's that. Oh man, that made me. That was funny too. I was literally just watching that movie the other day too.
I remember when that thing came out. Oh my god.
Man.
Dun, dun. That's definitely your era.
Whoa.
What happened?
He said that was definitely your era.
Nah, she was already older at that point.
Really?
Like I remember going to the movies to see it. I remember like getting it on VHS. I remember. Oh look. I remember going to the movies to see it and being sad the next day that I didn't have it on VHS. Because back then you had to wait like a year for it to come on VHS.
Literally.
Oh my god! And I remember being so sad, and I just wanted to watch it so bad, and I had to wait for forever for it to come out.
Jen, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. King of Thieves, the second King of Thieves. I didn't really like that one. And then again, that's just me. I didn't really care for like the sequels of Aladdin just because.
Return to Jafar was good.
It was alright.
Return to Jafar was the second one.
Turquoise chimes in.
Yes. Jasmine, 2 times. It was Jasmine for Halloween.
Jasmine, I was never Jasmine for Halloween.
She got married.
She also did say Melody is a Brat and Simba's Pride is a goat sequel. Hercules and Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hold up, let's rewind. rewind, shall we? That was Jen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Jen. I know
What did she
it.
say?
Oh, Jen, we are going to have a conversation, darling.
She said Melody is a brat, Simba's Pride is a goat sequel, Hercules and Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, also go.
Hunchback.
Don't get enough love either.
Definitely
I love the Hunchback of
Definitely.
Notre Dame. And Hercules.
Hercules, yeah, for sure.
That
It's just that whole
soundtrack.
era. It's so hard to
And then
choose.
speaking of soundtrack, then you've got literally Tarzan with Phil Collins.
Oh
like,
my God, I know, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's definitely one of my. I guess you could say. No, you can't. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, are we
Say
gonna go
five,
with top five soundtracks?
But man, that's
It's the soundtrack for me because Tarzan itself, like the storyline, is like okay,
It's basic,
but
yeah.
it's basic. But it's the soundtrack. Phil Collins, he did that.
nobody can sing those songs like he can.
No.
And I see what Disney's doing right now. If you guys don't know, Disney is like re-releasing a lot of those classic Disney songs, but sung by different bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and some of them are like well-known bands. Some of them are just up-and-coming bands, but some of them are like even like those hardcore screamo bands. And don't get me wrong, it sounds good.
It's like it's Disney goes punk basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what it
it's not for
is.
me.
but
No,
believe it
it's
or not,
not.
a lot of them sound good. A lot of them sound really, really good.
I know. I believe. What is it? Is it Magnolia Park? Are the
Yes,
ones
Magnolia Park.
That did Powerline.
Yeah, they did Powerline, and it sounded so good. I'm like, oh, okay.
But I love Magnolia Park. They're freaking amazing.
I think I did. Man, I gotta keep looking what I did.
So I was currently live on Facebook too. Sorry. So appreciate y'all coming through. Go ahead and look up DIY Diaz on YouTube. We are still currently live, so go ahead and keep it on. I'm going to end the live here. But yeah, again, DIY Diaz on YouTube.
Okay, so we went all the way around. If you wanted to keep the wreath just like that, look, it's good just like that too. If that's what you want to do, because you can see your tinsel garland, you got ornaments all the way around. These are the large ones. Okay, so now we're gonna go do the interior of the large circle. So that's where I'm gonna use those striped bulbs, Vanessa. If you can hand me those. Thank you. Thank you.
And he's got the rest of them next to you there.
My lovely production assistant. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even see those right there.
Mm-hmm. These are done. Those are done. These are done.
Okay.
Oh, and these are done.
So maybe I'll grab these since these are out.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I've
so
got all of
they-
these over here are done.
All right, but so we can. Are you gonna need? No, right, so you can do those. This
Yeah.
one I'll keep over here.
If you want to hand me those last few packs there,
Okay, yeah.
I'll do those.
So continuing like Disney favorites. So this is recent, but for me, Encanto.
Oh.
I mean, it like that goes without saying, but like since I've been an adult, like by far that's the best Disney movie to come out since I've been an adult. But then like looking at it in the whole grand scheme of all of Disney, yeah.
What about Coco?
I was gonna say Coco.
I was saying.
I was waiting for you to. I'm like, where's Coco?
I forgot.
Because Coco, she said it looks so good. By the way,
Thank you.
that was
So-
Jen.
So okay, time
Coco
real
was that. I'm sorry, was that ish right there?
quick. Man. Coco makes me cry ugly tears every time.
Yeah.
Ugly tears. Encanto too, but not as much as Coco. My daughter the other day we were watching it, and of course I was crying at the end. She's like, "Why are you crying? Why are you crying?" She's like, and then she starts going, "It's so sad. It's so sad."
That's so Lena
Oh,
Bear.
no.
I didn't have to tell you which
Lena.
daughter. I didn't have to tell her which daughter. She knew.
I know my nieces.
Jen said Encanto and Moana 2. Coco's a Pixar, I believe. Yes, Coco is Pixar.
So real quick, we already did the outside. Now we're doing the inside. We're still using the large bulbs just to go around the inside of the big circle. Still using the large bulbs. Okay, now what about like live action? Okay, you know what? Let's go Marvel. Best Marvel movie. I mean, this one. I feel like this is easy.
It is easy because the
we all know.
majority of the Marvel movies that came out are nothing but Avengers.
No, we know that Black Panther is the superior Marvel movie. Like that one goes without saying. Like that's just.
Of course.
Like it's just is.
Huh? What?
You're not saving the tops, right?
No.
Oh. Here's the bus order.
So okay, like because like Black Panther is just granted, it's like the #1 Marvel movie. Cool, like that's done. Like it's by far like there's no comparison. So after Black Panther,
She said, "Let's not." That was from Jamie Lex.
Hey, Johnny!
Wait, Johnny. Wait. Let's not what?
I definitely don't want to
From a person who doesn't even watch movies for real.
You know what?
What is your opinion?
Even
From
Jen says
wait,
Black Panther hands
hold
down.
up. From a person who preferred the movie In the Heights to the live Broadway production of In the Heights.
Yeah.
Listen.
Her opinion doesn't count here.
Yeah. We that's not a credible source. Sorry, Tommy.
Damn.
Love you.
Sorry, boo.
Okay, so how about we just excluding Black Panther, because everybody knows Black Panther is just a superior movie in general. So other than Black Panther, what would be
Your
a
next,
top? Yeah, what
your
would be
next
like a top
favorite
Avengers
Marvel.
outside
No,
Black
just
Panther?
Marvel, not Avengers, just Marvel.
Just Marvel. Okay, Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yes, that movie.
Spider-Man,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that
Wait,
movie.
which one was No Way Home? That
No
was
Way
the
Home
last
is when
one?
all three of them came together.
Is that No Way Home?
Yes.
Yes, because the one prior
Yes.
Far From Home is
Tobey
when he was in
Maguire.
Europe.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
Homecoming.
I like when he was in Europe.
I did too.
The Spider-Man movies were
The
good.
new,
Tom
the
Holland
new
Spider-Man.
ones with Tom
I love
Holland.
Tom
Yeah,
Holland.
And Spider-Man 4
And
has
Zendaya.
officially been in the works
Yep.
with Tom Holland.
Return to Far came out on my birthday in 1994.
Really? How you birthday?
she said, but wait, let's bring it back to a ladder real quick.
Bringing it back.
Disney movies, and I'm like, okay, look at that.
Return of Jafar, if you couldn't hear, it came out on Turquoise's birthday in 1994.
Oh, Johnny, that hurts me, man.
What? What did she say?
She said, I fall asleep at all Marvel movies.
She
I
does.
go for the ices and popcorn. That hurts. That hurts.
I already announced that we cannot take her opinion seriously when it comes to movies.
and I listed credible reasons why
Yeah.
prior.
Charlene, you said the Avengers. Are you saying the first Avengers movie, or which Avengers are you talking about? And then Jen said Thor Ragnarok, which was a great
Thor
movie.
Ragnarok is
Was
Jen's.
a
I think
great
Jen could
movie.
probably quote
The
Thor
entire movie.
Ragnarok from beginning
Korg,
to end.
bro, Korg was so hilarious. I love
I don't know.
Taika. I love how
Yeah.
he plays his
Yeah.
voice.
Listen,
It's
I don't know
hilarious.
if I have ever laughed as hard as I ever have watching that movie and watching Hulk throw Loki around the way that he did. I was.
Oh, that's the original Avengers.
Is that
No.
no?
That's Thor Ragnarok when they fight in the
They're
arena.
in the arena.
Oh, in the arena. I thought you. Okay.
He's like, yes, this is my friend from work.
Yeah.
I mean, in tears.
I think it's funny when Thor gets fat and they're all playing. They're all playing the game, and Korg is like, "Hey, man."
Fantastic.
So let's see. Gigi says all the Spider-Man movies are good. Yes, correct. All Spider-Man movies are good. Iron Man is my favorite though. Okay, all right. And Charlene says the first Avengers.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
classic.
That
It
is
is
classic.
classic.
That is classic.
Listen.
You had the classic
Cap.
Captain America suit.
That's
You know,
it,
not
that's a
from
Cap.
when he was first Captain America, but when he was first initially involved with the Avengers in New York. So nice.
I'm gonna mention Captain Marvel.
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
that went silent. Wow. I loved Captain Marvel. I loved Captain Marvel. I'm not a huge fan of Brie Larson for real, but
But you loved.
I loved Captain Marvel. Like the storyline, the flashbacks, the way they did it from memory. You fell asleep. That doesn't
I
surprise
went
me.
to the movies. I took my dog to the movies and I fell asleep.
Terrible.
I liked
loved
it.
it.
I liked it. I wouldn't say I
Wow.
loved it.
Wow. So no Guardians left. Huh?
I was gonna
Wait,
bring it
hold
back
on,
to
hold
Guardians.
on.
I was
Hold
gonna say,
on.
wow, no Guardians.
Whoa,
Okay.
hold on.
All
Chris
right.
Pratt, Guardians of the
I mean, I
Galaxy
understand Chris
is
Pratt, but
it's fire. I mean, the movie's fire. I think it's just a hilarious movie, and I think all of them were done very, very well.
So,
The last
real quick.
one
Especially the
destroyed
last
me.
one. I know.
the last
I
one
know.
destroyed
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Oh, I know.
So next step is filling in the inside of the ears. So we just went all around the outside perimeter. Now we're doing the inner perimeters, and this is just kind of like this is why we're here.
I know, right?
So that it's kind of helping you. It's easier like when it's broken down. Like instead of just being like, oh, I just have to throw all these ornaments on there. Like how do I make it look good? Like starting with a pattern, so everything's kind of like spaced out color wise, but then also kind of covering all your territory. So you're making sure you're covering the edges, outside, inside edges, and then going on top and doing what's left. And that's what kind of like breaks it down and it makes the project just a lot easier. So again, we did the outsides. Now we're going to do the inside of the ears. But you see, since this diameter is like a lot smaller, we're going to go to those medium-sized bulbs. So medium-sized bulbs, please, production assistant. Thank you very much.
Another Disney movie that I like is Atlantis.
Yes.
Atlantis does not
Why
get the
have
love
we
that
not
it
brought that
deserves.
up, Miss? I have never seen it before.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Atlantis
I knew they were gonna come for me.
love. No, you know what? Amongst Atlantis not getting love, Kita doesn't get love as a princess,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
sorry, but she is literally the chief's daughter. Like, how is she?
Spoiler
not considered-
alert.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's something. That's not a.
I think it was because
Ma'am,
she was.
no, you do not get a spoiler alert. That movie came out in the early 2000s.
She may have been too thick for everybody. I'm probably. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, she look.
Listen.
If I had the choice to marry any Disney princess, it
It'd
definitely would have been her. It just.
I mean, that's valid.
Let's see what we got here. Jen said the Marvels 2, the sequel. I didn't watch the Marvels yet.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's as a Marvel head, I haven't watched the
Right.
Marvels yet. Has anyone seen the show Kamala and her family? Yes, Miss Marvel. I got through
Miss Marvel.
like
Oh, I love Miss Marvel.
I got through like the majority of it. I just haven't.
That's the
Finish
one
the
with
rest of
Zochi,
it.
right?
Who?
Zochi. She
Who's
plays Miss Marvel.
Who's that?
Is that who plays Miss Marvel?
Kamala.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, that's her name in the show, no? Or is that her name in real life?
That's her show. That's her name in the show.
Yeah.
So that's one. Is
I don't know her name in real life.
Kamala Khan is her name in the show.
Yeah.
but okay. So Miss Marvel is introduced in Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah. No.
No.
That's America Chavez.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she plays America Chavez, the one that I'm thinking.
Oh,
about.
oh. So, yeah.
She plays America Chavez, who can travel in between dimensions and
Right,
different
right,
worlds.
right.
Oh my God, I'm a nerd. I love it.
We all
let's
are. That's
see.
why we're here.
So is
Nobody's
your-
a bigger nerd than me. That's my initials.
That's literally her initials.
Literally
my
my
initials
initials.
are
NERD.
literally nerd.
Let's see. The Guardians ride though.
We haven't written it yet. Oh, Cosmic Rewind. We're
Alright,
ready.
Cosmic
We're
Rewind.
ready.
What else do? So we did classic Disney. We did Star Wars. We did
Marvel.
Marvel. What are we missing?
Jen said Kita is a baddie. You already
Yeah.
know. You already know.
So I just never got around to watching Atlantis, which is like really surprising because that's right up my alley.
It's a cardinal sin.
I
It
know,
is. Like
it
they
is.
dog me for it all the time.
like the history buff and the geography buff that you are, like it is criminal that you have not seen Atlantis.
Yeah.
The visuals alone
It is
are just.
it's
I love
spectacular.
classic. I mean,
It's
I love that era of
spectacular.
Disney.
Like if we're going into 2000s Disney, it's Atlantis is top tier for me.
But we're not. The movie we're not talking about.
Treasure
is
Planet.
Treasure
No.
Planet.
I knew you were about to mention it.
Treasure Planet is just. Oh my God! It's that's top
Another
tier.
highly
That's
overrated.
top tier, and that movie did not get enough hype as it should have.
Mm-mm.
That movie was definitely ahead of its time. I get it, but I mean, Jesus, like the anime,
The animation
alone
The
was just
interplanetary animation
It's
is just, I mean, oh, everything.
wow. Jen, I am with you 110%. I love Lord of the Rings. You know, Nathi will never get into
Oh,
that though.
yeah, not
Wait,
a Lord of the Rings.
Chill out. I've seen all the Lord of the Rings. I
Really?
don't like them.
So I'm.
And I
correct.
love fantasy and all of that. But you said it like Nathi would never watch it. Like in other words, I'm too scared, which I am. But I did watch them. I watched them all. I don't like the scariness of it, and it's just like, and I love fantasy. I love sci-fi, all of that. Harry Potter. We can come back to Harry Potter.
Ooh, don't get me started.
But Lord of the Rings just does not do it for me. I don't know. And
Man.
and let's not talk about when I finally, after all these years, I finally sat down and watched Return of the King, and I saw the ending of this movie, and I was so disappointed. Everybody, all these years talked about Frodo. Frodo this, Frodo that. Frodo shouldn't get no credit whatsoever. I don't like Frodo. What's his name? Sam Wise Ganji. That's what the movie should have been about. Is him, because he's the real one. He kept it real in the end. Not no Frodo. And I'm just mad about that. Why did he not get his credit? So, but anyways, I just don't like it.
Even though you don't like it, I 100% agree with you. I absolutely despise Frodo because he was such a puss. I'm just letting you know. He was
a gato.
Not a gato. Hey, don't be bringing cats into this. Listen. Oh man, it's just he was. I don't know. I won't get into it too much, but yeah, I agree with that 100%. She says you're disappointed in the third movie with no context.
No context. What?
She said read the books.
Oh, read the books. That's right. Yeah.
Jen is a huge Lord of the Rings fan too.
Sorry, boo.
She says I could explain it, but I'd unalive the chat.
Oh, I love that.
She also says at least not to watch the Eternals and need the sequel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna get a sequel, but unfortunately, Kevin Feige has officially trashed the movie. It's no longer being made.
I mean, it had been so expensive. All those big name actors in it, and it didn't do well. Why? Because homophobia.
Oh.
And why? I don't know why else, but I feel like that's a big factor.
Mm.
People just didn't want to see representation.
And it was even a lot. It was a lot to it too, because they canned the Eternals. We were supposed to get a Black Knight movie as well too, or a series that Kit Harington was supposed to.
Kit Harington
was supposed to star in, and apparently they trashed that as well too, because at the end of the Eternals there was the post-credit scene where Kit Harington was getting the sword, you heard Blade, which was Mahershala Ali, who got casted for Blade, was going to be appearing in that series or that movie, but they ended up trashing both too. Jeez. So apparently the Blade movie is not being made anymore.
Really? After all that hype?
That hype.
I'm not mad about it. Let's be honest. I'm a Wesley Snipes' Blade all day. I apologize. I mean, I was looking forward to seeing Mahershala play him just to see his take on it. But at the same time, I was like, yeah.
Now, so this is
Nati said, "This is not my fight."
A lot of it is hearsay though, because they said that they trashed Blade, but with a lot of the press releases they did with it, I don't know if they trashed it or they're just going to redo the script.
I mean, I thought it would. I'm surprised hearing that now. I didn't realize that it was.
And the only reason why I've learned that is because after watching Deadpool, the third Deadpool,
see, me personally, I feel like I was just excited to maybe see how, with it being a Marvel comic, how they were going to bring it into the MCU. Like, I was curious to see how that was going to work out. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'll be open-minded. I'll give it a chance.
Have you seen Deadpool Wolverine yet?
I haven't yet, no.
Have you?
Nope.
Alright, well, I'm not going to speak too much on it, but I can't even say that. Just watch it and then you'll understand.
She said Mahershala walked away.
Really?
Really? See, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Jen said, she said you'll never catch me defending Frodo. Okay, so we know she's there. She said infuriating, it was so well done. Black Knight and Blade both trashed. I'm so disappointed.
Time's out real quick. So, you'll see all the edges are done. We did all of our outside edges. And again, if you wanted to leave your wreath just like that, you can do so. So we got all the exterior perimeter, the interior for both ears. Now you'll see I'll use the medium size for the small, like for the ears. And because the way that the set worked, I had glitter in blue and silver. And then I had like this ribbed look in blue and silver. So I just alternated here and I alternated here. You can see that. Just to make sure that I had like even distribution of colors and types of bulbs around. So now the next step is, this is going to be the end of the large size bulbs. They're going to just be placed just kind of face down around this big circle here. And then there's like one point where like I just put them here too, you'll see. But I'm just going to do the circle first. And I'm going to alternate the same pattern that I had in the middle. I'm going to alternate around. Okay. Just like that. You see when it nestles in like that, it kind of, you'll see it like covers up a lot of this tinsel. A lot of your wreath is covered at that point.
Me forgetting you were on live, and when you said okay, I expected to hear feedback of, oh, okay.
All right, where were we?
Gigi said, I've watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I've recently binge watched all of them because I've never seen them before.
I've never seen any of the Deadpools.
You have to watch. Don't get me wrong. Okay, they're not scary, obviously.
Right.
It's just,
It's not. I know it's not your cup of tea, but I feel like
I'm still gonna like it. Like, I like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god! If you like him now, you're gonna love him after watching Deadpool. It's freaking hilarious. Those movies will always be like up there for me because they're just so hilarious. I won't say too much about Deadpool and Wolverine just because you have to watch it for yourself.
I have a lot of movies on my list that I have to watch.
Yeah,
I will tell you that those movies should definitely be watched with your eyes and yours eyes only.
Not my girls?
They're
yeah,
definitely not meant for kids.
I don't even, like, at this point, let them watch, like, full-on Marvel movies just yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is there was a lot, especially in the first one. The first one,
just Deadpool in general.
Yeah,
is
it's
not
right
for
young
I assume
audiences.
Jen
like,
says,
do not let the unicorn fool you.
Will you do both sides of the wreath or just one side?
Just one side, because then the back is gonna be like against the door, or wherever you put it.
Also, thank you guys for actually sticking with us. I mean, we can have like a constant 12 to 14 people in the live.
Nice.
Hey,
thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Right.
Again, please like and subscribe. I put it in the chat already, but everything again that you see that is being used for the project will be listed in the description.
Afterwards, I can sit down and do the description.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're gonna probably hang it like where it's like showing on both sides, you could probably turn it around and do it on both sides if you wanted to. Entirely up to you.
But how would you hang it?
Like if you've got it hanging somewhere, like instead of against the door, like if you've got like a nice archway and you want to hang it or something, or hang it somewhere where it's like,
I can see that happening. Again, this is a project DIY. You make it however you see fit.
Right. Your color, your pattern. If you want it all one color, you can do it all one color.
Monochromatic, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be cute.
So yeah, alright, so we're done with, I think it was Marvel, right?
Yeah. Harry Potter, we mentioned that earlier. Favorite Harry Potter movie?
Lord have mercy.
I mean, okay, so are we doing books versus movies or
No, that's not a...
Not everybody read the books because those things are like 50,000 pages long.
Chill out. 50,000 pages of amazingness, but there's no comparison between the books and the movies.
Right.
So
that's that's the thing is that Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite, but it's one of my least favorite movies.
Well, so then you say your favorite book and your favorite movie. So
that was my point of asking this.
Oh,
that's what I was asking.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously, as I just stated / mentioned, Prisoner of Azkaban, favorite book, favorite book, favorite movie out of all of them, I'd have to say is probably. Oh, this is tough. I'd say probably Order of the Phoenix.
Favorite movie, you said? Mm-hmm. See, that's it for me. That's a big one for me is Order of the Phoenix. And I know that, like, people, like, hate the movie Order of the Phoenix. I thought they just did a phenomenal job showing everything. Like, visualizing everything. I loved Order of the Phoenix. It made you hate Imelda Staunton. And she's an incredible actress. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I still love her because she's still bomb.
Listen, I feel like at this point, nobody else could have played her.
Yeah.
No.
And I think she just got an award, too.
Those large ones.
What did we just watch recently that I? Oh, Wicked. Kiala, the head shistress, as she liked to call herself. She gave me Umbridge vibes, like you would not believe.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The headmistress, at Shiz, when they showed up and she was like, she plays the bearded lady in Greatest Showman.
She plays the what lady?
The
bearded. Oh yeah.
As soon as she showed up, just her vibe, the way that she talked, the look on her face, I was like, oh, you are giving me umbrage right now.
Yeah. Definitely.
See, I think for me, I'm torn between the Goblet of Fire and Prisoner of Azkaban.
I feel like Goblet of Fire, by default, is everybody's least favorite only because of Dumbledore.
Oh, the controversial Dumbledore scenes.
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Did you put your name? Dumbledore would never.
Dumbledore calmly asks. But you know what? I love the Triwizard Tournament, though.
Yes, I absolutely
Yeah.
And the Triwizard Cup and all that. And even that is as heartbreaking as it is, the whole, the graveyard scene and everything. Like,
That
it's...
killed me.
Yeah. I think what killed me more was Cedric's dad.
Yeah.
My boy.
Oh, don't. Why'd you have to go there?
PTSD.
PTSD.
So I don't know what I did here, but the pattern didn't go completely how it was before because this was like I don't know why I have this gap here. So now I'm gonna have to mess up the pattern.
Well, because
if I put blue,
I feel like maybe you've got like a little bit of a gap over there, and you probably got like a couple of gaps, like you know what I mean, like where they're not completely close together.
oh well, too late. We've gone too far.
TJ, welcome in, TJ.
Hey TJ.
He or she. Sorry, I don't want to assume, but it says, what is the biggest conspiracy that you think is of the Harry series?
Oh, the biggest conspiracy.
The biggest conspiracy.
As far as like that happened in the books, or as far as like us the fans think.
Right.
So
I feel like that needs to be like elaborated upon a little bit.
So if it's like the fan, like a fan conspiracy, for me it's the one where they said that the whole time that Harry is in a mental institution. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
I never heard that.
Oh, and it's so in depth.
It's so in depth.
It is phenomenal. The way that they connect everything and like just the ways in which they explain everything, I'm just like
it's his coping mechanism, the whole thing that he was taken away, but really it's and the Dementors, like the depression and all of that, like
it's a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really kills the joy, I'll tell you that much. The little bit of joy that there is that only exists for a brief moment in Sorcerer's Stone.
So going back to favorite movie, like for me, honestly, it's probably Sorcerer's Stone because it's just like so magical. It's like the beginning of the magic.
It was Chris Columbus just did such a phenomenal job creating the world. I mean,
yes. Hats
so,
off.
Like it evolved so much, obviously, throughout all the films.
Yeah.
But it's just it's such a daunting task to me, in my opinion, when you take something as big as the Harry Potter series was, and then to turn around and then make the first film and visualize everything. Crazy.
Yep.
That
wow.
talent.
TJ, that's I get it. I see what you're going with that one. He says, I believe Neville was the actual chosen one.
Well, they say that. They say that all the time.
That's good. That's good.
They say
Because,
that all the time.
he did pull the sword.
Wait,
but
you didn't read the books.
No, I didn't read the books.
I was gonna say I agree with that one as well. My boy Neville doesn't get the love that he deserves. Let me tell you.
He stood up to his friends.
Man.
Knowing.
But also he stayed true to himself throughout the entire series. Like exactly who he was. And what are you doing right now? With the little ones? You didn't explain.
So
you're just over there doing it.
Thanks for checking me.
Gotcha.
So now what am I doing? So
filling in the holes.
I'm tired and hungry. So we filled in with the gaps on the top with the large ornaments. So now we're gonna fill in the gaps on the top of the ears with the medium-sized ornaments. So the large ornaments. So I got like one more large here. It would be like too big. Yeah, maybe I just didn't have enough large. But, like, I didn't fill this in with the large. I filled them in with the medium. So, and then what I did was, since on this pattern I did the blue ribbed and the silver glitter, then on the next layer I did
blue glitter, and silver ribbed.
And silver ribbed. Yeah, because here's the blue glitter. Here's blue. All right, we gotta switch them up. There we go. And silver ribbed. And so I just literally keep doing the same thing and just go around.
I know it's easy to fall into the we're just talking like we normally do.
Yep.
And this is another thing, guys. Like, these are just like regular conversations that we have.
All the
time.
We're just chilling now.
This isn't happening just because we're on live. This is just our basic conversations we have as a family.
Right.
So Neville, Chosen One.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that they never went into the whole Saint Mungo scene.
Oh, I hate it too.
Oh, because that was just like
heart-wrenching, but it's like it needed to be shown.
Right, and they didn't. And you would know if you read the books.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But
I think
I didn't read the books either.
You didn't read the books either?
I think
I need to reread them. I mean, because I the last time that I read these books was when I got you into them when I was in school. So it's been easily at least only 5 years. No.
I've been into Harry Potter since freshman year of high school.
I know.
2001.
I know.
Ooh, I just dated myself.
I was in 5th grade. I got into Harry Potter actually because my teacher, Mrs. Coleman, shout out to Mrs. Coleman. Probably one of my most like favorite years in school ever. Like, she's one of my favorite teachers. But it was like our classroom assignment to like read the book aloud. Like, we would arrange our desks and we would all like sit there and read a chapter and whatnot and discuss it in class. And that was Sorcerer's Stone. And I remember I had I had it I think taken out from the library to read it at home. Mm-hmm. And that's when I got into it. And then that's when, being in elementary school, Scholastic Book Fair, we always used to like there was only ever 3 to 4 copies of the Harry Potter books, and everybody would fight to get to the front of the line because they were like, I'm getting that Harry Potter book.
I didn't live that life. It was Goosebumps for us. They had the turquoise.
It was Captain Underpants for me.
Oh, yeah.
And the Animorphics.
I didn't get into those.
Animorphs, yeah.
I didn't get into Animorphs, but Goosebumps. I used to collect all the Goosebumps books.
Which is wild. I want you guys to understand how wild it is that she was obsessed with Goosebumps books, because my sister does not like anything creepy or scary at all whatsoever. And when I tell you that she had just about all the daggone Goosebumps books. We had milk crates that she had, and she had them all classified and organized and everything, and had them all set up in our basement. She was obsessed, and I will never understand how that Goosebumps to horror pipeline just did not happen.
We couldn't afford shelves. I had milk crates.
Yes.
The struggle.
Jen said Fear Street.
Oh, I didn't get into that one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how the Goosebumps to horror pipeline didn't happen for you. Like, I
never liked horror. I just liked the Goosebumps. I think the big thing for Goosebumps for me was, number one is because it was popular. It was the 90s. But then number two,
it was just collecting.
It was collecting the books, because the covers were so perfect, like aesthetically, because they had the same Goosebumps on the top and then the side on the spine, and then each one had like different colors. It was 2 colors always, but they all had 2 different colors, and they just looked so good, like lined up. OCD talking.
And again, I wonder how this was not discussed sooner.
Okay, so real quick, same thing you see I did with that ear. We're just filling this part in right here so that most of the tinsel will be gone at that point. And again, since I did silver ribbed, then I'm going to do silver glitter. And then since I did blue glitter here, I'm going to do blue ribbed. Oh, they're at the bottom.
I got you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, guys. If you are new, just tuned in.
We're at 13 again,
so. Don't be afraid that she's already progressed as far as she is. The live will be posted later on. It'll stay on YouTube. You can go back and watch it on your own time. Do it yourself. All the products will be listed in the description underneath.
Jen says the Babysitters Club. Oh my god.
Babysitters Club.
Wow.
And then TJ says Goosebumps Choose Your Ending books.
Oh yes, Choose Your Own
Yeah.
Adventure. Those are good.
Choose
I
Your
like
Own
those.
Adventure were good.
The concept was awesome.
See, I remember reading The Babysitter's Club in school. I don't remember too much of the book. What I mostly remember is the movie from the 90s.
Yeah, I didn't really read the books. It's the movie. It was the movie.
The movie was everything.
See, now I have to read the Harry Potter books now because
Yes.
now I need to know more. Because
Yeah, I was thinking the same song. The same song. I was just thinking. But yes, you do need to read the Harry Potter books. Like it's like honestly, no shade, but all the shade because you're not really a real Harry Potter fan if you haven't read the books. Sorry, not sorry.
Ooh, shots fired, Zay. Shots fired.
Yep.
I need to reread them. I have all of them at home. I just need to reread them.
I've probably read the whole series. I don't know, at least 5 to 7 times.
Jeez.
But it's been probably a good at least 5 years or so since I've read them.
It's been, let me see, since I cracked
So
open.
did you learn something new every time?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so that's what's so great is that I know like J.K. Rowling is like controversial. So we're not gonna talk about that. Like she's controversial. We're gonna leave that alone. But like the books are so like greatly written for being, especially for being like children's books. Like the stuff that just comes back. There'll be something from book 1 that'll come back years later in a different book, and you're just like, yeah, like, yeah. Hats off to her for that. Not for anything else in her controversial views on transgender and everything else. Trans rights. Yeah, we're not ignoring that. We're gonna call that out, but we're not gonna diminish her literary works and her contributions to society. But maybe we should. I don't know. Everything's controversial. I can't say nothing these days. You can't listen to no music. You can't say.
You can't even tie your shoes the way you want them without somebody being offended somehow.
But at the same time, like, you know, you got to call certain things out. There's reasons for it. Like, if something's offensive, like, you know, it needs to be stopped. I don't know. Where's the line? You know what? We're getting off this subject. We're getting off this subject real quick. Okay. So, Harry Potter.
What was in the movies, not the books, what was the biggest thing that you hated in the movies?
Like, as far as, like, the portrayal of? Or, like, just what happened?
Just in general. What was the thing that you hated most about the movies?
That poor Harry kept losing everybody.
I will never forgive J.K. Rowling for killing Sirius Black. That is one of the things that I will never forgive her for killing Sirius. I'll never forgive her for killing Lupin and Tonks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Because for Teddy to lose, it was like they created Harry all over again. Like, you killed both of his parents in one freaking fell swoop. At least this time he gets to have his freaking godfather, and unlike Harry, who had his ripped from him the minute that he met him.
Yeah.
I think she's a little angry.
I'm a little angry.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. It's been many years, and I still haven't gotten over it.
Killing Fred.
No, and I was gonna say I was gonna address that one next. Like, how do you separate the twins?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That hurts.
Killing Fred. That one.
And to know what happens to George after all that too, just it hurts.
All of it hurts. Like, how?
Ooh, this was ugly.
Spider-Man been here?
Yeah.
So you just produce your...
Right.
It's just inside.
It's just inside you? No, I think what I hated... Okay, so I'm at the same exact, you know, with Sirius, because Sirius was my favorite character. Movie-wise. But the reason why I really, really hate how they killed him off was because he got killed with the death curse, the Avada Kedavra curse. But the person who killed him, obviously, you know, Bellatrix, got killed by the Weasley's mother.
Oh, that was bomb.
And
that was
it was in the movie, but I'm like,
arguably one of the best moments.
I'm like, damn. One spell
Not my
she got.
daughter, you.
Right, and I'm like, damn, but.
He died by the very, very curse that you killed you. Yeah.
I'm like, man, dude, like, you could have done that so much better. You could have made my boy live. You could have just took a hand or something. But, nope. Everybody got that.
So, like, well, I'm trying.
Everybody got to go.
I'm trying to remember, though, because in the books, Was it the Avada Kedavra, or was it that he
No.
fell into the veil?
He fell into the
veil.
Yeah.
And to me, like, that was so much more heartbreaking because it wasn't as final as him being killed with the killing curse.
Right.
Because in the books, they're in the ministry and he falls into that veil. What was that veil for? What was it there for? What was the reason?
They said it was ancient. That's kind of what they said. It was ancient, something. Okay, time's out real quick though. So I've now completed all the tops. So if you look, there's other than like a couple like thingies coming through, you like this, like you don't really see the what?
We just read TJ's last comment.
What was it?
He said, if you could remake the Harry Potter books, how would you change it? He said, like, I want to see Boys in the Hood, but as Harry Potter.
Somebody please do that. AI, do it. Somebody do it.
No, that's funny. That's funny. We're at 17 watching right now.
Hey,
welcome in, guys. If you're just tuning in, if you want to drop in where you're visiting from, she's getting along in the DIY project here. Do not fret if you still want to make it. She's going to post a video afterwards. You can make it on your own time if you'd like. All the supplies will be in the description box.
That's so funny.
Real quick, the next step then is going to be, we're still using these mediums. We're going to fill in some of these holes, like around here. Okay? And then, now we're not even doing a pattern. We're just going real indiscriminate. We just throwing stuff around.
You're going to just go in and basically fill in where you see a hole, where you feel like it'll look good.
You just need something.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the whole thing to be patterned, because it gets like too repetitive. There's like nothing to it, you know? So this is where you start to like freestyle a little bit. Now I can't get that out of my head.
Jen is cracking up in the comments.
That is hilarious.
Oh, goodness. See, for me, I want to see a Marauder series. Like I've heard it said, and like I want it so bad.
So I
need to see the antics, of James and Sirius, and I need it all.
So I heard down the grapevine that what's his face is supposed to play a young Snape. Adam Driver.
I just knew it was coming because who else?
Everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. He looks perfect.
Yeah.
For it.
I mean, he was made for it.
Yeah, literally.
Kind of, sort of.
So I'm hoping they go that route. I mean,
how are we feeling about this Harry Potter series?
I can't wait for it.
Me either, because they're bringing back all the original characters.
But see, here's my thing: is that the new generation needs to know Harry Potter, and they don't, and I know this specifically because like while I was working in school, and this was years ago at this point, because these kids are big now. Those of you watching, like, they had never seen it, so they just didn't grow up on it like the way that we did. And mind you, I was like older watching it. Like I started in 9th grade.
I have you to thank for getting me
into
it. So.
You're welcome. So like they don't know it, and now the young kids, they definitely don't know it. You know what I mean? So they need to know it, and they need to do it. And this is like, you're not gonna believe I'm gonna say this, but they need to do it in a way that reaches that generation, so that it's not even specifically for us. Like, we're gonna be mad. We're gonna be like, they didn't just say that, and whatever. It needs to be for them, so that we can keep Harry Potter like alive and keep it growing.
And see,
she said, "At me next time."
What? Nobody was talking about you, girl. What?
Oh man, that's hilarious. Wait, what does TJ said? TJ said they have been remaking a lot of classics that
are never as good as the original.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never.
100%.
Well, because see, the thing is that we need to start viewing things, like especially those of us from like the 80s and 90s generation. We have to realize that despite the nostalgia that we feel for certain things, that doesn't mean that something is being made for us. Like, we are not always going to be the target audience, and we have to understand that. And we also have to understand that just because they remake something, it doesn't get rid of the original. Like, if you want the original, you can always go back and watch it. Yeah. Like, it doesn't get rid of it. It just, like you said earlier, like it really kind of just brings it into a new generation. It brings, you know, because if they didn't have remakes, there's a lot of things that we watched in the 90s and early 2000s that were actually remakes that we don't know were remakes.
Right.
But it brought it to us because they remade it. And so it kind of keeps the legacy of it living, you know? And that's important, I think.
So I think personally, what I would really love is a lot of the older movies, you know, that are classics and are freaking phenomenal. I think we should come back and make movies exactly how it was before, with the same. Well, I would say with the same cameras.
What's your guys' feelings on the live action version of movies?
I'm a 50-50 with it. That's just me, and the reason why I say I'm a 50-50 is because, and a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I absolutely despise the live action Mulan movie.
I never watched it.
Although it was good.
I didn't watch it.
They made it because they wanted to be more accurate.
Yeah.
You know. But no, not Street Sharks.
Jen,
not Street
don't do
Sharks.
me, Jen. Jen, don't do me.
Bro, me and Adriana were literally just talking about Street Sharks last night.
Me and Jen, because listen, I forget what we were talking about. We were having an entire conversation about, and I was like, and I remembered this toy, this Burger King toy that we had, and I could not remember what it was from. Like I was like, all I remembered was what the daggone thing looked like, and so I took to Google and started putting in the description. Lo and behold, I found it, and it was
Street Sharks.
Moby Lick, apparently. Yes, with a long tongue, and I'm just like, this wouldn't fly now.
No.
This would not fly now.
Me and Adrian were talking about it because for all people who don't know, Fortnite is a game that they like to bring different skins in and different collaborations. They've brought in, they've brought in any movie you could possibly think of right now. I mean, they brought in Marvel characters, DC characters. They brought in John Wick. And stuff like that. And then apparently they've been thinking about bringing in Street Sharks. So it was just hilarious.
I love that so.
Oh, you were sitting with those over there. I needed those.
Oh,
and she was hoarding them.
Hoarding ornaments.
I've been sitting here and I did not have them covered at all whatsoever. I've literally just been sitting there and they've just been
a little focused.
TJ said the nostalgia is what made the movie as good as it was. You can remake the movie, but in the remakes they changed some of the narrative, 100%. And then
because times change. Things change.
Yeah.
You have unfortunately, like it's the you kind of remake it.
Jen said, "What movie?"
To make it more relevant.
The live action Mulan. It was terrible. I'm sorry.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It was
I
bad.
liked it. I need to watch it again.
It was terrible.
My thing with the remakes is, thank you. They've just overdone it. Like at first it was cool that they did remakes.
Yeah,
and now it's just like they're just doing all of them.
The Beast was good.
Yeah, that was my favorite remake.
That was really good. They did that really well.
But it's just too much already, and it's
like
I
one
get
every
it.
once in a while,
And for remakes, for everything, like sequels, all of this, like anymore, like I have fatigue from it. Like, and I get it. Like the studios got to make their money, and they got to guarantee it, so they do something that everybody's gonna show up to because they love. Like I get it. I get that's what they're doing. But we're tired of it already. Like, come up with something original.
Something original.
They constantly say all the time that that it's not there. But so many people come to like the board with such excellent original ideas,
right? And
they get killed right then and there. And it's just like, and then they stick with the same tired stuff over and over and over again.
I don't mean to say this because the movie is really, really. I love the movie, but like even like Moana, right? They came out with Moana 2, and then instantly after they announced Moana 2, The Rock was like, hey, let's make a Moana 2 live action. So
and I'm just like I feel like Moana's really not old enough to
It's
have
not. They should have at least had at least almost 10-year gap before they made a live action. And maybe a couple years gap until they made it part 2.
And that's not to say, like, I know that at the same time, like, I'm not taking away from, I know that the Pacific Islanders, they're like, excited about having, their culture represented, and, and stuff like that, which I love that.
Human form instead of animated.
Like, I love that for them, like, 1,000%. You know what I mean? But I just feel like it's not going to have as much of an impact, you know what I mean? Because Moana... It's like oversaturation.
Yeah, literally, that's exactly what it is.
It's like, Moana just came out not long ago. Now you got Moana 2 that just dropped, and now you're doing the Moana live action.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, what I'm doing right now is just like standing up and looking at it and like looking for spots so that I can fill in with these medium size. Now this is not the end all be all because the last step we need is to fill in with the smallest ones. But I'm just gonna leave these couple of medium size in case I see a spot later. But right now, like I don't want to overdo it, so I'm gonna go in with these smaller ones now. And again, same thing. We're just gonna go in real indiscriminately and just start throwing these around. But you really want to put them in the ears because they need more love.
Mm-hmm. TJ coming in with the fire.
I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying.
He said
he or she.
So TJ said
he, she, or they.
Sorry, apologies. But TJ said if you could have a biopic of your like from the time you were born to this moment now, who would be the actor/actress you would want to play you? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So they're saying like if you would like a biopic for your life.
Like who's to play me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who would you want?
Who would you want? Actor, actress. Oh, okay. TJ said he. Thanks, TJ, for the clarification. Okay, so
appreciate you, big dog.
Who would you want to play you, and who would you want to direct it?
Ooh.
See, this isn't as good of a question for me because I'm not like as well versed on like directors and things like that. I feel like that's a good question for you too.
I would say for me, that's tough.
Got us over here thinking.
Right.
Really? Yeah, for real. Like
my problem is that I don't think I'm like an interesting enough person to want somebody to play me. Like
I'm really not either. But if I would have to answer that question, I would probably say as for the director, probably James Nolan would probably be a good director.
James or Christopher?
Or there's one James Nolan. He did a couple like romance movies. Christopher Nolan, that would be nice. But or Michael Bay. But if I feel like if it was Michael Bay, it'd be too many explosions.
Yeah. Actress America Ferrera.
Oh, that's a good one. Wow.
And she does like obviously she does like the big movies like she did Barbie and all of that, but I really love like her more independent type films.
Sister Bit of the Traveling Pan.
No,
real women have curves.
Real women have curves.
It says you can. TJ says you can use a movie as an example of a director.
Oh, you know what? Hey, TJ, that question is directed right back at you because I feel like you've been waiting your whole life to answer.
Ooh, you know what? If you haven't seen Persuasion, not the original, but like the remake with Dakota Johnson, I think that's her name.
Oh,
the one who played in 50 Shades.
I don't like her.
Really? I didn't like her in Madam Web. That movie was beyond terrible. They should scrap it and burn it.
Tell us how you really feel.
That movie was beyond horrendous, and it was supposed to be part of the Spider-Man universe, but it was terrible. Thanks to Sony. Anyway, yeah. If you ever seen Persuasion, I think I would love my life to be portrayed as like the old Victorian era. I've always wanted to. Yes. Be like
where you were about to put it.
Like British freaking royalty.
Yeah.
But a British noble, that would be. Oh man.
Whoever directed Bridgerton, no.
Yo, what? He said Omar Epps and the director from The Wood for Me. I have these types of combos all the time.
I could tell, TJ, because that came off the top of your dome like nothing.
Right.
That's why I said, I was like, I feel like he's had this conversation before. I love that.
It's not Omar Epps, though. That's funny.
So I don't think it's a surprise to anybody in this room that mine would be a musical, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess if we're going in that vein with things that happened recently, John Chu, obviously. Because, hello. And as far as who would play me?
Who's going to do the music for the movie?
We all know it's going to be lame.
Listen, that is not even a question. I would not survive it. I would not.
Yes, more questions, TJ. We love those questions.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic.
It gets my brain going. So if you see smoke, that's coming from my ears.
At this point, what I'm hearing is that we all just need to do a podcast. We're pretty
I mean,
I
this
was
is basically
thinking, why was I thinking of that?
This is a craft. No, let me shut up. Podcast, craft cast.
This is a craft cast.
Ooh, a craft cast.
I like that.
That's
you
what
better
Hey,
trademark
why you
that
better
shit.
trademark that, man?
What's the
Damn.
date? I said it on this date and time.
That's good.
Craft cast. I can't say that. It's my speech impediment will not let me.
I don't know. You did a pretty good
Yeah,
job.
right. You just
Not
float
put
off the
that
tongue.
I should not have put that there.
I should not have
I should not have put that. I should not have put that. Let's stick this somewhere. We're not going for perfection here.
No, I told you to abandon the idea of perfection before you started.
And I did, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
When my DIY live started 15 minutes late.
You know what? That is a lot better than what I anticipated. Listen, you got to allow for technical difficulties and... Oh, man.
If the zombie
apocalypse was to happen, what is your survival plan for at least 2 years,
No, just
my
kill
guy?
me. Just kill me.
She's like,
Oh,
Just
easy.
kill me.
Easy, dude, easy. I'll do this. I'll do a play right out of the book of The Walking Dead, man.
I'll make that in.
of course.
I would go to a prison, but not
Hey,
a huge one.
Dro.
What up, Dro?
Hey, Dro.
Hi, bye.
Anyway, yeah, I would take a book out of there, go to a little small prison like Grafton, if you don't know what that is, but reinforced defense, and then make a huge
But it's crawling with a whole bunch of people that can't get out.
what do you mean?
The prison.
But at that point, if the zombie apocalypse broke out, they're all going to be dead. So you would just clear the prison out, and since it being so small anyway, you just clear it out. You'll reinforce defenses.
How we clearing it out, though? Like, you're not giving no types of specifics. He said, what's your survival plan?
That is the plan. Clear them out, as in killing. If there's any zombies in there, kill them off. And then I would pretty much just make that my whole like base.
G said, I love The Walking Dead. Currently rewatching right now.
They did too much, so I stopped watching it. They started doing too much with it. It's just like we said earlier, we're oversaturating stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They oversaturated The Walking Dead so much that even when the original series was going on, they made a secondary series called Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard
I was
about
confused
that.
about
And then they made another series on top of that, and then now they're making another series that just portrays what's his face with the crossbow. Like I forgot his name already, but yeah, it's just they're doing too much, and I don't like when they do too much on certain.
I've never been huge on zombies. Like, I love watching supernatural stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been a fan, and I've seen quite a few different.
I'm
zombie
the
movies.
same way though.
I feel like maybe out of all of them, Zombieland is probably
Oh,
my
that
favorite.
movie's hilarious. That movie's hilarious.
Because Woody Harrelson is everything. But
Woody Harrelson.
Hunger Games.
Hey.
I will say that I was not anticipating Maze Runner to be because I didn't read the books,
Yeah.
so I had no
The Scorch
clue that was
Trials.
going where it
Ooh,
went.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
same.
like, whoa,
Daryl,
no
thank
way.
you, Gigi. Thank you, Daryl Dixon. They're making a separate series
Mm.
for Daryl Dixon.
Got you. If they were to make per se a series with Negan, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch it.
With who?
Of course you would.
With who?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Oh man. You know how Javier Bardem is you want him to tell you a story, read you a story?
Love
That's
got a great voice.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, they look a lot alike, oddly enough.
Yeah, they do.
But here, let me see.
So he's the white Javier Bardem.
Actually, no, I think they're about almost the same skin tone.
We're just going by names.
Yeah.
I want to say what other movies does he play? He's played in so many.
He's played in so many things. I mean, he's the dad in Supernatural, but you
yeah.
wouldn't know that
Yeah,
either
you wouldn't know that.
because
I don't watch scary stuff.
yeah.
I don't watch zombie stuff either.
I mean, he's a little bit older here.
I think I've seen this man before.
Mm-hmm.
In my dreams.
All right, so
So they do.
without agonizing over every detail here, I think for the most part everything's covered. Now it's the bow. So let's look at it from this angle.
Joseph, what's up?
I just messed that up.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So it's not perfect in any way. Hold up. It's not perfect in any way, but it's covered. Like, you don't really see the tinsel too much other than in here, but it's kind of like impossible. You don't want to like overcrowd it because then you're not going to see that it's like holes, that it's like an ear. So if you wanted to leave it just like this, once again, you can if you just want it to be Mickey. However, if you want it to be Minnie, it's going to take a bow right here. And I feel like it helps close the gap on some of this space. So we're going to switch gears right now and start doing a bow. Go ahead, Vanessa.
GG. Ew, no, not Negan.
That's what I said. You know what, G? It's you
Yeah.
youngins. Listen.
Huh?
The person from the Walking Dead.
Oh.
The person she just showed you.
She said, "Ew, no, not Negan."
Jen said the Losers and Watchmen. He played in those ones. I forgot. Hey, I forgot
P.S.
about.
I love you. I forgot about that.
And I forgot about the Watchmen. I can't believe I forgot about that. Wow.
P.S. I love you just breaks your heart.
I haven't seen that one.
Even I've seen that one.
Really?
Yeah.
A movie that I've seen that
Right, that's rare. That's very rare.
Okay, so we're switching gears. We're almost done here. We've survived. Look, and I said this project was going to take about 2 hours, and look, it's kind of like right on the dot 2 hours right now since I started like 15 minutes late.
Yep,
and you didn't get started right away, so
yeah.
Right, so we're about just under 2 hours, but it says that the live has been going on for 2 hours, but that's just because you technically went live.
Yeah.
But starting everything, it's about about an hour and 45, I would say.
Okay, so switching gears and going to this bow. Again, you don't have to add the bow if you don't want to. So this is called faux sequin fabric. And if you see, it's like very sheer. You can like see right through it. Like see my hands. If I have this, blue thumb here, like you can see right through it. So if you're going to use this faux sequin fabric, you're going to want to put a solid fabric underneath. So this is just white fabric. This is just some cotton that I had down there. So with this silver, the white goes well underneath. So that's what I did. But you can use whatever combination of colors that you would like. Dealer's choice. So you don't even need exact measurements on the bow. I provided some in the original description just to kind of give you an idea. But this is going to be real inexact. You can also, you have that option of like using a sewing machine and sewing the bow, and it's going to look, a lot better. Because if you notice on my original one, the bow is crooked. Like, don't look too close, but it is crooked. It drives me insane. So, you can sew it, but this is going to be a quick no-sew option. In case you don't have a sewing machine, in case you don't know how to sew, like we're just going to do this with the hot glue gun. So according to my very bad scribbled notes from the first time around, I did about 20 inches by 30 inches for the bow. So we're just going to count that out real quick. This is just grab any ruler. This is like a big ruler that I had, so I grabbed that. And I'm going to do approximately 20 inches by 30 inches. So obviously the wide side is going to be the 30. And I believe where the fabric went, so this is 24. So about to right here. Again, look at how like inexact this is for real. Boom. And then I need 20 inches this way. So that's about right there. If I needed this exact, then obviously I would have like done this differently, but I don't. So I'm not going to stress about it. That'll be a lot to clean up later. So just kind of going along the table, just kind of make it easier on myself. Huh?
That was some good ASMR.
And then come here.
If you give us just a quick minute, TJ, while she's doing this,
then we'll get to you.
We'll get to you because I think I got one brewing.
Okay, so this side you'll see it's like the rough edge. So I'm just gonna get rid of that real quick. So, essentially you have a rectangle. I'm doing a very big giant bow because I just think it looks good with this like giant Mickey head. So you want to fold it or flip it over. And it's okay that it doesn't fully match up. Like, it's no problem at all. Because you'll see why. This is what we're about to do. Look how easy. We're just going to fold it in and glue it. And I'm trying to remember really quick how I did it. Yeah. Okay, so first, I kind of fixed these at the edges a little bit. So I'm just going to fold this up like that. Or did I do it this way? Yeah, that's how I did it. So fold this up like towards the middle. And you're just going to glue it. You know, hot glue dries fast. So you kind of have to do like half at a time. And be careful, since this is thin, like, burnt my fingers a little bit there. Maybe I need these things on every finger. Okay, and then another thing is, make sure that both fabrics are glued, because like, see here, your sequin is coming up a little bit. Just throw another little bit of glue there. Nice and simple. Now you're going to do the same thing, bring this down. Okay. Cool. So now you're just going to do the same thing and folding in these that way. Now, when you fold this in, you don't want this part sticking up over top of that. Okay, because then this is gonna be the front of the bow. So you don't want this part sticking up over top. So kind of angle it a little bit. Does that make sense? So it's not going over. You can angle it on both sides. And then just glue it the same way again. Do the same thing on the other side. Fold it in, but again, angle it so it's not hanging over. Because look, if this is the front of your bow, that's going to look real ghetto. So
and
angle
she's
it.
back.
Just keeping it real. It's eerie how quiet it is right now.
We're letting the professional do her job.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's why we're here.
So there's your bow. But it's not pretty yet, right? Because this is all you're going to do. Cinch it in the middle. Look at that. There's your bow.
Amazing.
There's your bow. Now, the main thing is how you cinch it. So that's where you need, and in the description like I had, where you need like a strip. So just take some of this leftover fabric, do the same thing with your interior fabric, and you're going to make a strip out of this that's going to be used to cinch the bow. Alright, so you're going to see me just do kind of like the same exact thing that I just did, but in a strip form. So go ahead with the questions while I'm working on this, and then I'll tap back in when I got the next step.
Okay, so TJ said, if you could remake a movie, which one would you choose, and how would you remake it?
Just to get it off the top of my head, The Flash. I'm just letting you know, The Flash.
He was holding his breath the whole time.
I was. The Flash. If I could change it, I would not
put Ezra Miller.
I would not put Ezra Miller because his running, he looks like a little girl running. I'm sorry. And he looks like he got something up his butt when he's running. I'm sorry. It's just his run as a Flash just makes it look so weird. I'm sorry. And I don't know. It's just
not to mention everything else around Ezra Miller.
Exactly. But even just excluding that out, he was just a terrible Flash to begin with. I'm sorry.
Got you.
He's very sorry.
No, I'm not. But either way, I would put Grant Gustin, who was the Flash on the CW series, because he was an amazing Flash, and everybody loves him better. I also would have done the movie close to what the animated movie, The Flashpoint, would have done. Just obviously just a little bit different. Is somebody here?
I think Chick was from upstairs.
Oh.
Is there a specific measurement that you're doing for this?
Yeah, and again, it doesn't have to be specific, but essentially it's 4 inches by 12 inches.
Okay. But yeah, I would do it how the Flashpoint was when the Flash did meet another version of Batman, but it was actually Bruce Wayne's father who played Batman initially instead of just another version of Batman. And just the way they did the movie too, like they did like Supergirl in it instead of like Superman. And it just was not done very well. So yes, if I can change how that movie was made, I definitely would. That would be the movie I would change.
What you got, Miss?
I feel like I've had this conversation so many times, and I can't think of it. The one I'm gonna maybe it'll be controversial, maybe it won't be. Considering who I am, but probably In the Heights. Ooh. As much as I love John Chu, and obviously we all know, everybody in this room knows how absolutely obsessed I am with Lin-Manuel.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's #1 biggest fan on earth right here.
Oh God. But yeah, I feel like, and you know what, and Jen and I were having this conversation too about, you know, I feel like John kind of got his feet wet a little bit within the Heights, like so that he walked within the Heights so that he could fly with Wicked the way that he did. I don't know, like, and maybe it's because I'm too close to the story, the original Broadway.
You are.
But at the same time, again, with us talking about it, now the visuals were beautiful. The dance sequences were beautiful. All of that was absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful. But I feel like with the way that they kind of changed up the story, it just didn't have enough time to fully like develop. Exactly. It didn't have time to fully develop. I feel like, Usnavi and Vanessa didn't have enough time to develop their on-screen chemistry. Like there was just a lot there that was lacking for me. And
I think it's a lot because they changed the storyline.
Yeah, and that's not to say that what they changed in the storyline wasn't phenomenal, because I feel like spotlighting deportation and DACA and things like that was incredible. Like, I love that they brought that into it. I feel like it went nowhere. Like, it just didn't have enough time. It fell flat. Like, it didn't have enough time to have the impact, I think, personally, that it wanted to have. And that, because all of that didn't exist in the original play.
I think they could have changed or gone with a different actress who played Vanessa.
Oh, I hate that. Sorry. But I hate the actress that played Vanessa. And I don't know if it's because I used to watch, what's that show she used to be on HBO? And I couldn't stand her character on that show.
I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, TJ, not hitting the fields with G Baby and Hardball. Oh no.
Oh,
no. He said he wants to see a remake of Home Alone, but with the actor who played G Baby.
Ooh, a black Home Alone.
Wow, that would be nice.
But that just hit my soul, because that movie destroyed me.
That's young Keanu Reeves right there, man.
I don't know. That I think that is probably one of the hardest times I've cried over a movie death ever.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Hardest movie death cry.
Ooh.
Oh. I mean Mufasa.
Okay, so we were just discussing this, me, Missy, and Jen, and I think that I have a harder time, I have a harder time with Simba's reaction to Mufasa's death than Mufasa's actual death. Because obviously it's sad. It is devastating when Mufasa dies. But I don't think there's anything more devastating than Simba trying to nudge him awake, because he doesn't fully understand everything that's happened in that moment. You know, I was never really...
I like Bambi, but that didn't really hit me as hard as it was, because I'm like, man, they're deer.
Oh, no.
But, you know...
Terrible.
So, if the character died or not, but one of the ones that I was always sad about was Fox and the Hound.
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic.
Ooh,
yeah.
You hit me in the feels.
It's just PTSD when I think of Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
Coco. We discussed that earlier.
Oh, Mama Coco.
Coco. That was bad. The Boy in Striped Pajamas.
Ooh.
But worse than that, if anybody's ever seen this, A Beautiful Life. It's also about the Holocaust with the dad and the little boy in the concentration camp. If you want to cry for days, watch that one. The end of it. I'm not gonna give it away what the movie's about, but
I know that. I'm trying to think of it too.
It sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
So real quick while everybody's crying, so now you've got the big part of the bow and you've got your like center. So you're gonna cinch it, and don't do what I did last time and cinch it at the wrong spot. Like make sure it's even looking, and then you're gonna take this because you're gonna use it to tie it. Now, granted, you have way more than you need here, but that helps so you can cinch it good, nice and tight. So look at it, but not too tight because you want it to fan out. Okay, so like take some time here. But also what you can do is, so flip it over. So now we're on the back. Put some glue here so you can start to hold it and start to shape it. But just make sure it's in the middle. I hope it's in the middle this time. And if not, maybe I can adjust it when I bring it to the front. So we're putting that there. Okay. Let it dry a little bit so it stays. Flip it back over, looking at the front again. And kind of like make sure that it umbrellas nicely, like it's laying right. And I haven't put any other glue here. It's just kind of like hanging there. Just to make sure it looks right before you finish gluing it. And it didn't come out exactly how I want it, but you know, that's life.
Well, TJ said Ricky from Boys in the Hood. Yeah.
I'm still thinking, because there's a lot, man, that had me bawling like a baby.
I mean, Ricky was a bad one. That one was
that was pretty bad.
Worst deaths.
Worst like film deaths like that made you cry. I was just watching Selena last night. We're not going to talk about this. Not last night, the night before last. I had to go upstairs and make myself go to bed because it was getting to the point where like they were showing Yolanda. They sat her down with the checks, and I was like, I can't do this. I've watched this film since the 90s. I cannot do this.
I can't even fool with you right now.
Can't even.
Okay, so real quick. I'm going to glue it. I'm going to hold this tight, but I don't want to glue it so that you can see it popping up. So I'm going to cut it first. These are fabric scissors, by the way. So that's why it cuts nicely through all that fabric. So again, I don't want it to show through up here. You see, like that? I don't know if you can see that. So I think actually I want to cut it a little more. And it's better to cut like short. I don't know what I'm saying. Cut less first. You know what I mean? Because you can always keep cutting more, but you can't add later. So like that. I think that'll work.
Hey, Melanie. Welcome to the chat.
Mel?
Yeah.
She said Enzo from Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm scared of vampires.
I like Vampire Diaries.
There was a movie that I watched in 2016. That one got me really, really
Oddly
bad.
specific.
Right.
Because I had to look up. I forgot the name of it, so I had to look it up.
What is it?
It's called Greater. So it was basically just a story of this dude named Brandon Burlsworth. He was like a walk-on for college football, and like he became like huge. Like he lost a lot of weight. He ended up becoming like one of the top picks and stuff like that. And like as he was, I think he was on his way back to college I think he was getting drafted. On his way, he ended up getting into a real bad fatal car accident. He died. And like in the movie itself, like his mother, it wasn't the fact that I found out that he had died in the car accident. It was the fact that when the cops came to the house, told the mother, and she had like such a genuine reaction for a movie. Yeah, it was bad. I'm like, ooh, why is it hitting me so bad right now? Yeah. That and We Are Marshals too. That We Are Marshals.
I haven't seen that one, but yeah.
That one had.
That's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
La Bamba.
No.
I was thinking of that one too. Yeah.
Well, but see, the difference with like movies like La Bamba and Selena, those were real people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we're talking like real people versus fictional deaths, I feel like that's also a genre in its own. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There have been so many. I feel like
I cry at all of them.
I'm
soft.
I'm such a.
I'm
I am
so
so
soft.
happy.
I try not to, but believe it or not, even I teared up at Wicked.
And Wicked?
At Wicked.
Why?
I don't know, man. That was just, it was.
I was
That
I
wasn't like a death.
It wasn't. No. It wasn't a death, but I teared up at the fact when we were at the
Spoilers.
Oh yeah. That's
movie.
new.
The movie's been out for so long now.
No, but
It's
in
been out for
theaters.
like a week and a half, 2 weeks at that.
Yeah, it's in
You
theaters. No
mother-
spoilers.
Man.
Don't do that to people.
Y'all know what I mean, though. When
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do this number.
Oh,
That part kill. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it got
I had
me.
to like sit back.
Yeah,
and like, ooh,
I
that was-
cried for multiple reasons throughout the entire movie.
Same.
Well, that's party. It's very 80s of you.
Yeah. So
Jen said the color purple.
Ooh, not the musical.
I haven't seen the musical yet.
Don't watch it with Cynthia Erivo. It'll tear your soul apart.
In the same vein, deaths that completely destroyed you, but in this case, it was just like anger, along with everything, is for colored girls.
Oh,
Mm.
I don't
That's
even. I have not watched a single movie with Michael Ealy since that movie.
That part.
I have not. Have you seen it, Isaiah?
Mhm.
Oh,
That's one of those movies that is just so traumatizing that I can never watch it again. I watched it once, I can never watch it
it
again.
hurts your soul.
Same thing with Precious. I cannot watch it again.
Oh,
It hurts your soul.
yeah, that one.
It's just too much.
And I watched that one young too.
Yeah,
that hit me bad when I was young. I'm like, ooh, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's real bad. I think one that really got me to is because we read the book in school.
I have one.
How did you know?
Bridge to Terabithia.
Yes. Oh my God, that.
Oh my goodness, Bridge to Terabithia.
And then when it came out with the movie, and I was just like, man, I kind of hope they change that a little bit. Nope.
Nope.
No, I was gonna say, and I guess since we're gonna go in this vein because it's musicals, Angel from Rent. I have not recovered. I have not recovered. I will never recover. Jen and I were just having this discussion. I went into it not knowing.
Well, I didn't know at all, so
Oh, I
thanks.
apologize. I'm so sorry.
Spoiler alert.
It's been
You haven't
out
watched
long enough.
Rent?
No.
That's right. You don't like musicals.
It's not the. Yeah. I mean, it's surprising that she loved Wicked.
So,
So good.
this is where you put the bow on. How you go about putting on the bow is completely your decision. At the end of the day, you can just glue it straight on. What I did last time, and it took me a while. Some of the wreaths came with this, like, wire. I think it's like floral wire. And I took it and I like fed it through, and then like it was just a lot. I don't recommend doing that. It was just a lot. Because then I used that to like hang it, and that's how it's hanging on the door. So I think it's better off just gluing it straight on. I think I'm gonna leave this bow off just so I can have a Mickey and a Minnie, and let my mom decide. 'Cause my mom's getting one of these, and she can decide. She probably wants the bow though, for real. But lifting it up now is a good way to see, like, if anything's falling off. Because, you know, some things, they're going to fall off eventually. And you just reinforce. So, that's kind of like our product. And then, when you put the bow on. See, I just like the bow. I feel like it breaks it up. You know, from all the ornaments. So, it's just a matter of how you want to put the bow on. It's completely up to you. You can tie it, whatever you'd like to do, or just glue it.
I want to see what it looks like if you put it off to the side.
I'm not for side bows.
No, I know. I just want to see what it looks like.
Like how?
Like off the one ear, yeah.
Ugly?
Not on the ear, like lower down, Yeah, like right there. Let me see. Oh, that's cute.
I'm glad you think so.
That is cute.
I like the off to the side on the like some of the videos.
I don't like it that high.
I can't see what I'm doing. I'm backwards. So yeah. Oh, so last step then is just the lights. If you don't want to do the bow. So here are batteries already preloaded. So these are just some fairy lights. And then what I did was I just took it and I just started wrapping around with the lights on so I could see where the lights, there's a blinking and then there's a static. And it's like a wire to it, so it holds really nicely and just kind of like go around the bulbs, you know, and just kind of wrap around. And I did use 2 and make sure to leave it so that this, and that's another good thing about the bow, is that it hides the battery packs. If you put it, like up here, it'll hide the battery packs. What's up?
Jen.
What'd she say?
She said Frito's death in Godfather. That'll never not infuriate her.
You haven't seen The Godfather?
I know. We just had this discussion last night.
You ever seen The Godfather?
I had this conversation with Jen and Missy last night.
I watched it, but I would have to watch it again.
It's been
Yeah,
years.
the last time I watched it is like when I was like 14 years old, because Grandpa had the
collection.
And I was like, you know what? Why not?
Wait, there's more than one movie.
The Godfather?
Yeah.
It's a trilogy. One of the greatest trilogies on earth.
You come to me. Today my daughter's with you.
Mickey.
You had such a spirit.
I went through a phase where I was just obsessed with The Godfather, obsessed with mafia movies.
in general.
It was a whole thing.
Bella Mafia.
It was a phase.
one of those.
Bella Mafia.
I
Ooh.
like the Bronx Tale though.
Oh,
A Bronx
Bronx
Tale.
Tale.
I was gonna say
That
you
was
want to
nice.
talk about deaths that make you
Yeah.
emotional. Does Bronx Tale?
So it's hard to do the lights sitting on the table. Like I did it while it was hanging. You know, so you can keep going in between.
You know, surprisingly, the one that kind of hit me a little bit was for the Green Mile.
Oh, why is that surprising?
I don't know.
What do you mean that's surprising?
Because the movie itself, it didn't really. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. The movie is fantastic.
Somebody hold this. Like, just
But
like
the ending, it
Careful.
made me cry more than I needed to.
more than I needed to.
I'll just say that. Because I really wanted him, like, with all the good that he did, and I really wanted him to live.
get saved, yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
Utterly heartbreaking.
Yeah. What was that other movie? I can't remember what it was. Where he was like albino.
Powder.
Was it Powder? Yeah.
I was gonna say actually, now that you mentioned Green Mile, Longest Yard.
Ooh. That was a good one. That was a good one. It didn't make me like cry or nothing like that, but that definitely did hit. I'm like, man, why did they have to kill him off though?
I was gonna say like
I'm
no,
like,
but yeah. Yeah, exactly, TJ. He was innocent.
This is a random one. Don't laugh. Cruel Intentions. I loved me some Cruel. Don't tell me you guys never seen it. I loved me some Cruel Intentions. And when he passed, oh my god, I was obsessed with him. I was obsessed with some Ryan Phillippe back in the day. Woo, he was never more fine than in that movie. And I just finished watching the remake that they did on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute, and it's one of those things where, like, you know, for this generation and stuff. But I love the original.
That's like He's All That.
Oh, I hated He's All
I
That.
like He's All That, but I like
She's All That.
What about
She's All That, yes.
What about the skulls?
Oh, the skulls.
Oh,
the
I love
skulls.
the skulls.
That's a death. That was a rough death. Yes.
Where's the other? Do you see the other lights around here? Is it behind the?
It's right
Okay.
here.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it down for a second. I know it gets heavy.
Just a little bit.
What'd you say?
So just a little bit.
What other? There's so many.
I know there's
There's so
many.
many.
Of course, I can't think of any.
Does it? I mean, does it have to be a movie? Can it be a TV show as well too?
Oh, that you open it up to TV shows, and that's really gonna...
Because if we're talking about like fictional deaths, I have to say, freaking you haven't seen it, but this pertains to all the oh my god, like...
Is it gonna spoil something for me?
No.
Okay, can you go to the beginning?
Actually, yes, it will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, think
just know it's Game of Thrones.
Just think
It's
about
Game of Thrones, and there's just certain deaths in there that really like ticked me off, and I wish they never happened.
Yeah.
Because they didn't deserve to die.
Right.
That's partially my fault.
What movie gave you nightmares?
Gave me nightmares?
Mm-hmm.
It.
You said It?
When I watched it in the early 90s, and that's why I'm still afraid of clowns.
Y'all going, speaking of clowns, y'all gonna clown me for this. We've had this discussion several times as my sister has tried to get me to watch this movie recently. Yep. Twister.
She's afraid of Twister.
I wanted to be a
storm chaser.
Storm chaser.
As much as I love storms, like I love storms. Okay, don't get me wrong, but Twister, to this day, like I am terrified, deathly terrified of tornadoes.
Oh,
yeah.
Worse than that is Vampire in Brooklyn for me.
Oh yeah.
Really?
You have
Yes.
I'm terrified of vampires. Vampire in Brooklyn did it for me.
What is it called?
A comedy?
Yeah,
not for me.
Vampire, so it's like...
Nope, not for me.
I think one that actually gave me nightmares would have to be Darkness Falls.
Yeah.
That one definitely gave me nightmares.
Silent Hill was another one.
Silent Hill, yeah, that one was crazy.
Exorcist. Yeah. OG Exorcist. Probably Sinister. Sinister was just Sinister. It's not that it was necessarily scary. It just left me with such an eerie, uncomfortable feeling.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And so for me, like that's sometimes
it was sinister.
It was sinister. It truly was.
I think mine happened. Mine was definitely Darkness Falls because that was kind of like a horror version of the Tooth Fairy. Oh. And then that got me crazy. And then the Nun.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
So the Nun movie.
I mean, I've got to be classic here and go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh, I was scared of that for a while too. I was always scared to go to bed.
Hellraiser.
Oh yes, I was scared of Hellraiser for a long time.
I'm gonna take this one back, Nati. I don't know if you remember this movie in particular, but it's gonna be connected to a particular memory of when we stayed the night at Jessica's house. This was when the
Campfire Tales.
Campfire freaking Tales.
I don't like Jeepers Creepers either.
Oh no, I don't do any of those. Yeah. And also Blair Witch Project messed me up.
Amityville Horror.
What was the classic or the one Ryan Reynolds?
Huh?
They said that was like real, but it wasn't.
It was one of those like first like quote unquote found footage films, but it wasn't real.
Right, and
we believed it.
But the people who were playing it, whatever, those are their real reactions. That's what I heard. That they didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Right.
That they filmed like actual reactions of them like scaring them.
Yeah, but it was their
real reactions. That's cool. I hate jump scares because I love a good psychological thriller. Like that's my thing with horror and why I'm not like a huge like necessarily fan of horror, and it's because I do not like jump scares. And I know that that's a big thing, especially in scary movies, but I loathe. So it's not like seeing the things that is scary to me. Like I can see it physically in front of me and it's not gonna bother me. But if it's a jump scare or I can't do it.
I don't do no scare.
My anxiety is not set up to handle that.
I think one of the scary movies that did kind of give me with the jump scares a lot happened to be like Salem's Lot. They have an original one which just like another vampire type deal, while like the main vampire almost looks like Nosferatu. You know.
How do you feel about them remaking it?
I'm not gonna lie, it looks creepy.
It does.
Because you got to think, you got Bill Skarsgård coming in playing as Nosferatu when he played and he has that creepy
He's got
face.
that look.
He has that look.
He's got that sinister look
I think it's
to
gonna
him.
be great.
He
And
does.
you have Lily Rose Depp too playing in there
That's
too.
right.
So I think I think it's gonna be good. I didn't even like Alien Romulus too. I love the Alien movies, by the way.
I've never seen any.
I love the Alien movies, and I love the Alien versus Predator. I think they're so freaking dope. As for Alien Romulus, I thought it was pretty good, but they could have done so much better with that movie. Prometheus was good, man. If it wasn't for the aliens and stuff like that, you would have liked it. Prometheus.
If it wasn't for the entire
concept of the movie.
No. So Prometheus was almost completely separate from Aliens. Prometheus talked about like actual like star-crossed voyagers, like humanoid people who were on the planet before anybody else. You know, and that it talked a lot about
aliens.
Pretty much ancient aliens. That's literally what it was. Ancient aliens, and they were like basically just humanoid-looking people who were buff as shit, by the way, and they was just their technology and all that stuff, and then some of the stuff that and then of course they had to bring in aliens, but you know.
Yeah, that bow looks so good.
So,
Smile. Yeah, that movie's creepy too.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're done.
Hey,
watch everything fall off. Yeah, what's up?
You gotta glue the battery packs now.
Yeah. So I got the battery packs right here, but I'm not going to glue them because it's based on like how I'm going to hang it. I want the battery packs to sit right. You know what I mean? So, can you see it?
That looks so good.
It looks really good in the live.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mine is lagging a little bit. So give me a second. Hey.
First up.
Oh, that looks so good.
Looks sick. And like the way that the blue light is like kind of getting off, it's kind of giving like a black light feeling to me.
Hey, love black lights. Wish we could play music. It'd be a party up in here.
Right?
I think we're enough of a party.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
That we are. We bring the party. We are the party in the nerdiest way possible.
That needs a little bit of reinforcement. That
Yeah, there's a few of them. Oh yeah, that one's
literally.
See, minor adjustments. It happens when you're doing a DIY project.
Yep. And when you're dealing with hot glue and stuff like that. So again, you could see the wires from the lights, from the fairy lights, but they're so thin, and especially since I have silver in my wreath anyway, and the wires are silver, like it really doesn't make much of a difference. So it doesn't bother me if the wires are on there. But I like how the like you can see the lights, and it gives it a nice glow, especially when the lights are off. Let's turn the lights on. Where's the lights? Hit the lights. Production assistant, hit the lights. Not a Jay Sean song.
Oh, not complete magic.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for the hearts and everything. You're hard.
This one, Melissa.
I'm getting there. I'm making my rounds. There we go.
Ooh. Let's see how it looks in the live because it has a little time lag, but let's see.
Hey,
oh yeah,
that looks dope.
That is killer.
Oh.
Love.
Now for $29.99, you can use that.
And if you order in the next 5 minutes,
right, we'll throw in an extra bulb for you.
Extra extras.
Dang, that looks so cool, man.
It does.
That looks awesome.
If only they could see this.
Yeah, the mess. Right. I'm not gonna see the mess. And the glitter all over me.
That's all right.
This glitter's never coming off.
That's what happens when you do homemade projects. It's going to get dirty. You're going to get glitter on you if you're using anything that has glitter.
My co-workers are gonna think that I work the streets.
Either that, or we went to a club.
So thank you all so much. For anybody who's still here, how many are still here?
I mean, we're still at 11. We were at 17 a little bit ago. 12, and then it went down to 14, and it was kind of fluctuating. So, but we've been steady at like 11, 12.
Yeah, the
You
whole
know,
time. Over
13
2 hours.
We're over 2 hours.
Almost 3 hours at this point. So
Appreciate you guys.
appreciate y'all so much. DIY that became Craft Cast.
Yes.
So give me some ideas. Comment on what the next craft should be for DIY Live, and what topics we should talk about this podcast / craft DIY video
That we didn't already discuss.
right. And TJ, make sure you're there because you came in with the good questions.
Right.
He came in with the fire. He did.
I can't get over Harry Potter as Boys in the Hood.
Oh, I love it.
All right. So have a good night, everybody. Happy holidays. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. Eventually, I'm going to finish editing all these Vlogmas videos and get them posted. Today, I made 2 Vlogmas videos, actually. One making coquito, like Puerto Rican coquito. Yeah, I got some of that.
Ooh.
And then another one making Puerto Rican quesitos. So yeah, this is the first time I did videos like in the kitchen. That was a little nerve-wracking. That was different for me. And today doing a live too. So woof, all these firsts today. All these firsts.
I think you have to explain really quick what is coquito and quesitos first.
I do on the video.
Oh,
I haven't edited yet. So actually, like if you want to know, you got to watch the video. Once it's posted.
Yep.
But coquito is like a Puerto Rican eggnog, but it's like coconut based, but it's also like creamy and stuff. And then quesitos, it's like a pastry. It's like a Puerto Rican pastry that we eat like for Christmas too. So I made some of those. But so if you want to see the process and learn, make sure to check out the videos once they're posted. They're not posted yet. Anything else? Come on, production team. Take a bow, production team. Thank you for making this happen. Come, no, this way, in front of the camera, though.
I will say you can change it to this one. I can go, hey, what's going on?
You got to turn it.
All right.
So turn it.
How you doing?
All right.
There we go. Next, It's on you.
How you doing? There it is. And she's right behind me.
We got a Ninja Turtle.
There we go. Oh, dang.
Turquoise, no?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, still got a little bit of drink left.
Not drink.
She's drinking. I don't know.
It's this one right here. Red light.
Yep.
This is turquoise. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. All my helping hands here. All the people watching.
Jen, plug yourselves production. Dro W Live.
Was she trying to say applaud yourselves?
Right, I guess.
It says plug yourselves, but I think she meant to say applaud yourselves. Production.
Oh.
Possible.
She also said nice. She said night, guys. Can't wait for the coquito recipe.
Or unless she meant plug, like go ahead and put in your Isaiah of Star Command, like plug yourself.
Oh right.
Oh, maybe. I guess.
Isaiah of Star Command.
I just typed in the chat as well too. Lost your channel.
Vanessa, go ahead.
Oh, list your channels. List your channels. So I'm technically on YouTube, but I'm not on YouTube officially. Since they are officially like banning TikTok on the 19th of January.
What?
Yeah, they've passed the bill and everything.
Is it really going through?
Yeah. So right now the CEO of TikTok is taking it to the Supreme Court, and then if they approve to actually look at the appeal itself, then they can possibly postpone the banning. But if they decide to not look at it and just keep it under the House of the under the regular just the vote itself, then it's officially getting banned in January 19th.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too popular. I think
they've already made like a backup. They've already made a backup app anyway for it. But either way,
because don't they want? Weren't they trying to get an American company to purchase TikTok, and then that's the way that it would?
Yes. But I thought he agreed to all of that already and all that.
He didn't. He doesn't want to sell anything to nobody because he believes that he is not breaking any laws. He believes that nothing's going on. But anyway.
Anyway, politics.
Yeah. Anyway, I will officially be on YouTube here within the next week or so. I have to create a whole new YouTube account with
Isaiah of Star Command.
Isaiah of Star Command. I just changed my name because the account I'm under right now was my gaming account. So Anyway, yes, you can follow me on TikTok at the time being, Isaiah of Star Command. Appreciate you.
All right.
And I'll put it in here.
Thank you again, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around. And thank you for all of my lovely folks here for helping and being here and keeping my sanity and keeping me sane, because I was really losing it in the beginning. It was going to full meltdown mode, and they kept me above water.
That's what I'm here for.
It's the village. Thank you to the village.
Our house.
So, thank you again. Please make sure to subscribe and have a good night and happy holidays.
See ya.